guys.
I make
Hello,
no
YouTube.
promises.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
I was about to say something, but I'm not going to.
Bob.
Okay. So,
Bob
last
Dylan.
time,
Not time forever.
after descending into the mines beneath the temple, the party defeated a group of orcs and an ogre, and discovered the bandits had a group of slaves they were using to mine under the guidance of the Duergar. After the party set them free and helped them escape, they decided to go get a night's rest before continuing the search of the mines. Upon return, the party discovered that the bodies had been moved from where they were left. And soon the party was sneaking around the mines until getting spotted by one of the patrol guards, who managed to let off a yell and alert the rest of the group. The caster, who was controlling an earth elemental, decided to release control of it in an attempt to subdue one of the party, who was running, unknown that the elemental was blinded, and it chose to flee the fight after after a vicious battle. The caster finally attempted to flee, casting a spell to block the tunnel and run, but the swiftness of the party managed to catch him and end his life before he could escape. The party discovered an artifact that the man was using and currently gave it to Dearden for the time being, the Primal Earth Shard.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I meant to get you to re-explain that to me. I'm sorry, were you done?
Yes. You want me to
Okay.
re-explain it?
Yeah, just how it works. Let me go to a place where I can take notes real quick.
A mental place or like a literal place where you
Like
can
a
take notes?
desk with like a notepad.
Okay.
How about a digital place?
So
Okay.
it should
That'll work.
automatically, when you're attuned to it, increase your armor class by 1. And then on top of that, it is basically an unlimited well of elemental earth magic, basically. But you as a person can only channel so much of it. So you get your maximum charges that it can have is your level. And it levels up with you. So if you're level 5...
that's per day?
Yeah, level 5, you can have 5 charges maximum. And then you can spend those charges to cast any spell that you can afford to cast with those charges. Basically.
Okay.
Or, level 6 too would be good.
Yeah, level 6 would be great.
Yeah,
We're already level 6? Alright, hold on. I need
when
to
you guys
print.
hit level 6. Yeah.
Given the fact that none of my I can't cast magic above level 5,
Ever until that item is amazing for you.
Yeah, because warlocks only get 1 spell slot basically for each level above 5 ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or per short rest. No, that's long rest. Those are long rest.
Yeah, those ones are long. Yeah, no, it's potent as.
Yeah.
It's a very, very powerful
definitely-
artifact.
You definitely expanded your casting capabilities significantly.
Yeah, then that's pretty cool. That means I don't have to just focus on cantrips the whole time, because that's not my favorite.
Yeah. That is the problem with playing
you
the
can trip
warlock.
up.
Even though I can't though. My purple flame whip won't trip anything.
Yeah.
I try. I try so hard.
You'll get there.
Unless I multi-class into Hexblade.
Well,
Okay.
Anyway.
So.
Thank you for that, by the way.
you can't.
Okay. So you guys can see where you guys are at right now?
No, because I'm not zoomed out. Give me a sec.
Okay.
No,
I hadn't seen that you had changed the map.
See big black square. Okay.
I see
see
the
me.
blood trail of where we are going.
That's right. I got hit. I forgot. I got hit.
Ooh, I gotta turn you down.
Sorry. Anyway, yes. I'm here. I'm ready.
I'm just audiophobic today, don't mind me.
I apparently have already used all of my spells.
You're afraid of sound.
Oh shit, that's why it's so hard to read. I don't have my glasses on. I'll be right back. I'm having such a hard time reading my computer screen, and I could not figure out why for the life of me.
Check the top of your head.
They're not there.
Okay.
I did just check that. It was I'm an idiot. I'll be right back.
Lol.
Okay, so now that he's gone, we can play.
Rude.
I love that
I-
man.
You're playing now that he's gone.
It's a great game. You should get it. It's free.
Now that he's gone.
What?
Yeah. Now that he's gone.
What genres?
It's like
Yeah,
a
that's what I
sandboxy.
thought, you liar!
Not even giving me a chance to explain, dude. I'm on a slower level than you right now.
It's true.
Lower level.
Slower level. Like slower and lower.
Mhm.
Anyway. Nah, it's just theater of the mind. Improvisational theater of the mind sandbox. It's pretty cool. Constantly coming out with updates.
Was this a sequel to Imagination?
Imagination Land? Yeah.
I think he's having trouble finding his glasses when he can't see.
Oh no, my glasses!
I can't hear people
see
very well.
without my glasses.
I can't hear with my glasses on very well. Like, I will legit, if I'm having trouble hearing someone, I will legit take off my glasses. It started in high school.
Lol.
Also,
It's
if I
like-
suddenly get like real sick or something, that's because I got shot today.
Mm-hmm.
Lol.
I love that everyone knows me well enough to know that if I say that, it doesn't mean like by a bullet.
I mean,
Well, you were talking about it all day.
Oh.
So.
if you told me that without any context, I'd be worried.
I
Yeah.
thought you meant an arrow.
An arrow?
I mean, who
To be
gets shot
fair-
by bullets nowadays.
Now.
Sorry, I know I am being that guy today.
Oh, he got his glasses so we can hear him now.
I
Yeah.
took mine off so I can hear
Yay.
you guys.
You can hear him.
Okay. Huh. So, what are you guys doing?
Welcome back, Deej.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
These nuts.
What I don't remember what exactly somebody left. Was it Dan this time?
I didn't want to come back. I didn't want to.
I don't remember what we were. Did we just finish the fight?
Well,
We discovered that this is an exit into a
Yeah.
different place.
Oh, okay.
we couldn't get
It's
through
not a
it.
cave in then.
Have we tried
Oh.
to get through it?
I
mean,
think the
I think
the
we
guy-
determined that he can't use the one ability that would be able to get us through, right?
The guy that we killed right here was trying to get through with
He was-
the
He was
shard,
running.
and we killed him right before he was able to like get through and disappear. And this is where we reached the end of the blood trails, right? This is like where they end, and we kind of have to go through here.
Yes.
So I guess the question is: are we willing to give us a short rest as a group?
I am in need of a short rest, in fact.
Okay.
I
Why
also
don't we get
realized
to-
that
Good.
the hit points viewable on my thing are not correct. On my
I don't
character,
even see
realized.
yours.
15?
It's actually 28, and I'm fixing it right now.
Mine is
My
right.
Oh,
I'm
you guys took
showing-
a short rest.
We did take a short rest at the end of
Oh,
last.
so I'm attuned.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, all right. So
It is at one charge, though, just so you know.
does it take a charge to do the cantrip?
No, it does not.
Perfect. Because this is now just a pile of rubble, right? And not like a solid door or anything.
It is chunks of rock and rubble, yes.
Okay. Guys, I think I might know a way thanks to this thing. I was fiddling with it for about an hour, and yeah, I think I learned a new thing. So if you don't mind,
we need
Nico,
to stand back.
yeah, you might want to back up a little bit.
Go back, so probably back.
I don't know how powerful this is going to be, so you actually might just want to peek around the corner.
I stay right where I am.
Okay. All right. Everybody, cover your ears. I don't know how loud this is going to be. And then I just like gently mold earth 5 feet.
The entire cave caves in. I'm shit.
Oh,
Sorry.
Rocks fall. Everyone dies.
Perfect.
right
Dex
before the
checks,
girl.
Tenzin and
I
Dearden
love
dodge rocks as you're running out of this tunnel.
Nope. You begin moving molten earth to move it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, just like make it shift to one side, like a stable thing one side, and kind of spread it out.
Yeah. So it kind of like begins to open. So you open a 5-foot section of it, and there's still more.
Mhm. Okay.
Stable
And I just
spell.
continue to do that unless something changes.
So eventually you breach through the other side, and there is a long tunnel just leading straight.
Yeah, there's a long tunnel just leading straight. Do we want to go this way?
The blood trail does continue down the hallway.
I mean, I don't see why not.
I mean, there could be more heads this way, and
There's
we all
probably
know.
more heads.
Yep,
Mhm.
severing heads. That's what we do.
I mean, this is the only clues to where I think I need to go, so I am for going.
And
Fair enough.
artery flying artery. Wow, I can't talk today. Flying ahead a little bit. We don't have. Do you have an actual map to drop us on for this?
Not just yet. Sorry.
It just continues off the screen.
I do.
I found it.
And that's the end because they didn't protect us.
I go
did
off
not.
the map and I die because that's what happens in 2-dimensional worlds.
Ah!
Oh no, she's inside of me.
No, I was just flying above you.
Hi there, Tenzin.
Oh, hey.
Give me just a sec, guys.
Speaking of hay, and I
Snap.
pop Horsey back into existence right behind
I go
Tenzin.
back through the rubble.
I do it right behind Tenzin.
Oh no!
You say speaking of hay, and I run backwards through the rubble, clawing through it.
Well,
You don't
I
have
say
reaction
speaking of
movement.
hay and then snap at the exact same time. So it's like, as you realize what it might mean, you're like, oh, fuck, and you turn around to run, and then he's right behind you, just smiling. And then he says, hey.
Horsey can speak.
Did
No.
Horsey just...
By the way, I will have you know, for those of you in the same time zone as me, it is 7:21. And I think that's great.
Nice.
You are correct.
In
Oh, I'm sorry.
2021.
7:21, 2021.
It's
And now
7:22.
it's
That's
22.
true. And now I'm sad it's over.
You ruined it.
It was
You
good
took
while
too
it
long.
happened.
Hey, man, it was like 15 seconds of bliss.
It could have been 60.
It could have, but I didn't notice it soon enough. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
Leave Brittany alone.
What an all-time video.
Oh.
I don't think actually, no, I think I saw it right when it was a viral hit and then completely forgot about it.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. My cat likes to bark.
What?
That's a dog.
So, actually, I think it's a ferret.
It's kind of he does like that that like weird chittering thing that cats do.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
He does that,
Shut
but
up.
he does it like once, and he does it really loud, so it sounds like a bark.
That's really funny
It's hilarious and great.
that your cat is a barker.
I've never had a cat.
Okay.
Babe, giving me the Boken was a bad idea. I'm gonna like hit my computer with it or something.
Babe, don't break things with the Boken.
Anyway, D&D.
Yep.
Is a thing.
I apologize for the letters on the map.
What? There's letters on the
Boo.
map?
The one that's going to be coming up. I could not find one that did not have map letters. I have been trying to find one that did not have the numbers and everything.
Oh, that Though I get you. I know what you're talking about.
Dan, if you show me a map with numbers and letters on it, I am out of here.
That's fine. Just don't show me symbols, or I'm a freak out.
No.
Okay.
If there's an @ in there, I'm out of here.
Okay, so
I am at over here.
okay.
Sorry, I'm an asshole. Go on, Dan.
I forgot that you have that spell and you could actually move the rubble, so I was like, oh, they won't be able to get into this. They'll have to come back. And I prepared something totally different. I spent 3 hours preparing something completely different.
I undermined your plans.
That is a-okay.
You definitely undermined him.
Okay.
That's what I said. Did I just say that? That's what I said.
You did,
Yeah.
and I was saying I was agreeing and
right.
reiterating the joke.
And I was just confirming that I'm an asshole. Go ahead, Dan.
Where did we
Okay.
come in?
I assume down here.
At
Let
G1.
me. Yeah, G1. This doorway over here.
So there's a door.
Oh, what's a hallway? So you guys have to walk for like
Tell me there's
about 30 minutes.
I'm just-
G1? Is that what you said?
G1.
Yes.
Okay.
30 minutes of walking. We're never going to level up.
Dude, I twisted my ankle today. This sucks.
You're riding horsey. You're fine.
You're holding
That's
this up.
Artie is also riding horsey.
We're gonna have
so
to
she's
put him down.
I am not riding horsey.
Lol.
Well, you're gonna ride Horsey, or Horsey is gonna ride you. So it's
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
Do you remember if I actually used? Have I been using my I get to basically pick a cantrip every day.
You did
do you
that
remember
once
which?
today already.
Yeah, but do you remember which cantrip it was?
You picked. I believe it was Firebolt last.
I think I did.
Eldritch Blast
think
was the day
Firebolt.
before.
Yep.
I think you did Fire Blast.
No, I did Fire Blast. I did the Firebolt. I did Firebolt when it was
The Troll.
the troll.
Yep. And then you guys slept and you picked Eldritch Blast.
So I'm on Eldritch Blast.
That was the first day, and then you guys went and camped again after clearing out the upper level of the temple, and you came back in. And I think you picked Firebolt again.
I'm not.
Or you haven't picked yet. I don't 100%
Yeah,
remember.
I think that I don't think I've actually picked yet. Now that I think about it, because I remember picking the fire and I remember picking Eldritch Blast. I don't think I picked because I remember wanting to use it and not having it ready in combat. So that's probably what happened.
I think that is a thing.
Okay. I'm going to find a spell as we're traveling.
Oh, I added wrong. Oh well. Adventure Time fans will understand my comment, DJ.
Wait.
Where's your comment?
Roll 20.
Still have not watched that.
I don't
I've
know
been
what
wanting
that is.
to.
James Baxter. James.
I never watched Adventure Time.
You can probably just look up James Baxter.
In fact, here. James Baxter. This is James Baxter.
Dan, do you want me to drop my
Yeah, go ahead and drop yourself down with the rest of the party.
Okay, I think I have to do Horsey first, right?
Yes, if you want to be on top of Horsey, yeah, you have to put Horsey on the bottom.
I put the specific reference that Bruno was talking about. I posted in GIFs.
I'm so lost.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna stomp all over me. Okay, got it.
No, he's gonna ball you up
Ride
and roll you
you.
around.
Like,
just get in the fetal position. It'll be fine.
Yeah, just kill me like he did all those Durgar.
Do your monk, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Anyway, I would like to roll stealth for this.
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth, guys.
let's be stealthy. I still am rolling directly on Roll20.
Dearden's.
I am gonna add a die.
Despite wearing all black, Dearden's least favorite words.
I rolled a natural 1 for a
+5
6.
to mine.
Dirty 20.
So I got, what is that, 18?
Unless I have advantage for any reason, which I don't think I do.
You gotta earn it.
Wow.
2 natural 1s on them stealth checks from Horsey and Tenzin.
I
Because
mean,
they're fighting
all
over who
things
gets to
considered.
ride who right now.
I was gonna say, all things considered, it's fitting.
There's no way that Dearden said that to Tenzin. He's not that kind of guy.
Get off my horse. I yell. I finally have just had enough right as I get within eyeshot of the enemies.
Ah!
No, you cannot ride me.
I just have this
You're a
amazing
horse.
visual.
Bad horse.
You say that, and Horsey just looks at you, lowers his head, and raises one of his eyebrows.
Hit the horse in the butt with like the non-damaging end of my spear.
Lol.
Does Horsey just wink at you when you do that?
Blunt is the word I think you're looking for.
Thank
Um,
you. Was.
no, a blunt is something totally different, guys.
Wait,
Not in that instance.
Oh.
It wasn't.
Lol.
Yeah, I hit the horse with the blunt end of my spear.
I thought it was the butt.
Could
You
be
know,
the
like
butt
a
end.
like
hit
a
the
rifle.
butt with the butt.
Okay.
You ready?
So
Okay.
you guys begin to creep up to the end of this hallway where you see a luminous violet light. Dearden, you are very familiar with this.
I love this color.
This is what some of the Underdark caverns are lit by this type of stone that just glows with the purple glow.
Mm-hmm.
Deardy, it matches you. It looks so pretty.
At the far western side of the passage, there is 2 huge humanoid statues, faces grim masks of forbiddance. And next to each of the statues is a guard standing, the kind that you saw up in the altar room. The ones armored in what looked like stone armor.
We saw those where?
The room
altar
upstairs?
room? Where you guys fought,
Yeah, the
Ah.
main
where you guys
room.
kind of got like sandwiched between the gargoyles and the people in the
Yeah.
altar room.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is there's 2 gargoyles and 2.
If they're
Thunderclap.
gargoyles,
Statues are
they're
gargoyles.
giants.
Awesome.
We should leave, is what you're saying.
It was Thunderclap. That was the thing I took. Because it does thunder damage.
Wait, did we level up?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. No, she's just talking about taking a different spell. I was very confused.
It's part of one of my items.
Gotcha. The rock stand, do they have any other properties other than luminescent or something?
They're just violet crystals that are glowing. As far as you know, there's no other.
Artie is absolutely going to take them. She will absolutely try and get some.
Okay,
And harvest.
they're stalactites in the ceiling.
That doesn't stop her.
They are
I have the jump
pretty
spell.
large.
She can break off like the end of it, and like what she's gonna do is she's gonna take her bag of holding. She's gonna shimmy it up like she's pulling on a sock over the stalactite, and then she's gonna turn her thing into a mining pick because she can turn it into any tool, her multi-tool, and she's gonna break it at the top into her bag of holding. So she has just one giant chunk of it in her bag of holding.
Okay.
I think it takes an hour to change your tools, doesn't it?
That is a different thing. As an action, I can change my multi-tool item into something. As
is it an
a
actual item?
yeah, it's an artificer only item. That it counts. It's kind of like a +1 focus, but it does other cool shit too. But I'm using it as my +1 weapon because it gives my stuff as a +1.
Okay. Okay. Well, they're in the room with these guards. You want to fly in there and do this now?
I will not fly in there and do that now. I thought they were in the hallway that we were walking down.
You guys are walking down a hallway, and the room G1 is where this is all at.
Okay, the crystals are in the room. Okay, yes. I thought it was in the hallway.
Nope.
Then I will do that
later. Okay, so like I think the best way to play this is to pretend that you are slaves that I captured and I'm bringing them to fill the ranks.
I'm just gonna be real small and hide.
That works too.
Yeah, I just look at.
You could just pretend to be just a bird.
So
I guess Tenzin, you want me to tie you up?
I would rather not be, in case we have to fight.
Well, we just do a fake slip knot so you can get out super easy. It just makes it look like you're secured.
It's okay. You guys don't really like the idea. It's fine. We don't have to do that.
No, you can tie me up. That's perfect.
Yeah, haven't you ever seen Space Wars?
Well, I don't know how to do what she just said, so she can do it.
Oh, I can show you the knots. Knots are great. Here. And she starts making quick, easy slip knot that you can slip your hand in and out of very easily. But it still looks like you're restrained.
I look at Horsey. I place my spear across the back of like the saddle that you're sitting on.
His tail twitches.
And I look at Horsey and I say, please be gentle with this weapon.
I hold my bag of holding out to you and just kind of like look at the spear and look at you and look at the spear and look at you.
No, I just leave it with Horsey. I don't
want to
drop it in the bag, and if I have to get it, I want it readily available.
That's fair.
I have a brief telepathic conversation with Horsey, and then he responds to Tenzin's last comment to him by looking back at him, looking him in the eye, lowering his head while looking him in the eye, then raising one eyebrow and smiling.
Can you see his eyebrows? Oh, Horsey was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I Tenzin thinks to himself, I hate this horse. And then I allow Artie to bind my wrists in a fake knot.
Dan, are you willing to let me say that I can tie knots, given that I'm an artificer and I have a 20 intellect? Can we say that my character knows how to tie a slip knot?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, I tie a slip knot.
But can you play Slipknot?
I don't have musical talent that way. Well,
I don't actually know any of their music off the top of my head.
Me neither.
That was the kind of music.
Got that song that's called Bowline. There's Fisherman's.
I think I was kind of like not allowed to listen to them.
Snooze.
I certainly wasn't.
So
I certainly wasn't.
You know, I was a kid once.
Yeah. I just watched my anime
twice actually.
What?
Okay.
There's a whole thing with states and yeah.
Are we playing again?
Yes, we are.
We got distracted.
I'm super down to play.
Let's play. Okay, I am going to hide inside of a saddlebag.
Okay.
Actually, are you going to have Dearden? Oh wait, you don't. You don't have a saddle for him, do you?
Yeah, I do. Oh, that's right. I don't. I wouldn't, because he just pops in and out of existence.
That's right.
We need to get something figured out.
Okay. Dan, remind me to ask you questions about that later.
Okay.
That's okay. She's just gonna.
What? I actually have an item
Then instead of placing my spear on the like at the back of the saddle, I just put it on your back, Dearden.
Mm-hmm.
And I say to you, I say, please take care of this weapon.
So you
Nothing
just slowly.
reckless.
Or this with your life. What is our goal when we get close to them?
Just pretend that I'm taking. You just pretend you're my bird, and you just pretend that I'm taking you to be a slave to do stuff for them.
Also,
And
she
I-
should probably tell Horsey not to open its mouth.
Oh
And
yeah,
then-
he knows.
and then
He
what?
only does that for you.
I hate her.
He likes you.
Did I say that out loud?
It's up to you.
Yes, you
No,
did.
I didn't.
Okay. But yeah,
600.
and I'll be
6.
talking in Undercommon, okay?
Mm, She's gonna use her.
Shall I perch on you? And you notice he gets a little bit uncomfortable asking that. Like he doesn't.
If you want, otherwise you can sit on the back of Horsey.
I would rather sit on your shoulder as if I were a. And he cringes and says, "Pet."
What about sitting on top of Horsey's head? He won't bite.
Inside check.
Bite.
Yeah,
Roll for it. I don't care. Unless you ask him to.
The roll? The fuck? Horsey is definitely gonna bite me. I don't believe you.
Because you're gonna ask him to?
No, because I
Because you
don't
rolled
trust your horse.
Quite
You
insight.
rolled a 7. I will sit on your
Because
shoulder.
you
It's fine.
consistently roll really shitty insight for me. It's amazing. I mean, it makes sense. You can't see my face at
Yeah.
all. So
You are an
Um,
enigma too, Nico.
You
Like, he doesn't
love
technically
it.
probably
understand
should
you at
have.
all.
You probably should technically have disadvantage because you can't see anything.
Just tone of voice.
Yep.
That's all you get.
There's at least body
I'll-
language,
I
but
will
even
perch
then I'm
on
wearing
his
loose
shoulder
clothes.
as if I'm like a very large, like hunting owl or something.
Perfect.
Because I assume you have like leather gloves or something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much all in leather and then black
Yeah.
cloth.
Yeah, I basically look like a glorified pet wearing like little leather harness.
I look
Um,
like a goth plague doctor.
I mean,
Yeah.
you are.
And I definitely fit that aesthetic, so this works.
Perfect.
Artie is going to ask Horsey if it's okay if she hangs out kind of near his underbelly area just to stay out of sight, but still be close.
Under Horsey's belly area.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you
Just
glow?
grab on.
I can turn it off. They're
Okay.
little. It's like my I can make a certain amount of daily things happen.
A Horsey
Mhm.
could have
Like,
underglow, though.
That's
I mean,
true. He
it's
could.
true, but we don't need it right now.
It's like one
What
of
are they
those
called?
cars.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway.
Like the undercarriage. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just. Okay. So if that, I think that's a fine plan. If we're all good with that.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's where I'm hiding, is underneath Horsey.
So
Okay.
Nico will perch on Dearden's shoulder.
Nice.
I assume are you right handed or left handed? Like it matters. You'll perch on whatever your non-dominant arm is so that you can
I think-
freely use it.
I like making southpaws, so we'll say he's left-handed. I hadn't really given that thought yet.
Then he will perch on your right arm or right
Okay.
shoulder.
Artie is mage-handed. Because she doesn't
don't know.
have hands.
I just have a fondness for southpaws.
Hmm.
All right. I'll head forward then at a slow pace so that Tenzin can keep up with Horsey
Yeah.
because he's so slow.
I'm
Okay.
keeping up.
Like this
They'll
one Jorak guy I knew.
they'll both react as you stroll into the room.
Jorak, my lord.
Be like, halt! Who is there?
Is this in common?
Yes.
It's Dearden. I was told you were expecting me.
Not anyone by the name of Dearden.
You know, I really get frustrated when I pay like a good amount of gold to a little courier and he just fucking scurries off with my. Well, I was supposed to shop. I'm bringing a slave. I heard you wanted more, so
Go ahead and roll a deception.
I'm not
Can I have
proficient in this, but can I like tug on the ropes and look resistant to try and help him with this?
Are you proficient in deception?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But I am proficient in persuasion. So if I could try and persuade them that I am a slave.
That would be deception.
Can
I-
I try to persuade them,
I
but like in a
hoot
lying way?
deceptively at them.
Roll for deception to the DM.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I'm not proficient, but I do want to. Oh, man, I
DMs
wish I
have
could
true
help here.
insight anyway, so
Yeah, I don't know how else I can help other than just
What
like
is true
looking like I'm trying to like just fight this a little bit, like pulling on the ropes and keeping it taut.
Here, I'll roll and get a 22, and we can just stop trying to convince him.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. They'll be like, okay. Bring him through.
Thanks. And I just walk slowly, and when I like pass him, I'm just like I just salute a little bit, like kind of like a really vague, quick salute, so they don't like really see what I'm doing exactly. And then I just say, "Stay moist."
Lol. Lol.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
You don't want to.
I'll keep up the act that I'm like just pulling on this rope and not wanting to be like pulled by the horse, looking like a like an unwilling participant.
I mean, you didn't want to get tied up in the first place, so there's that.
Which I guess I would be looking at this one as we're passing by. I will, the whole time we're going by, never like lock eyes with him, not blinking, like turning my head the whole way as we're going, like as we just go past him,
Like
just
proper creepy.
staring at him like a creepy owl, just the entire
I mean,
way.
to be fair, that's
Roll
what they
intimidation.
do.
We do.
Yeah.
Intimidate.
Roll intimidation.
Intimidation? Oh, jeez, I don't have any intimidation.
How creepy is this owl?
Do I get advantage? Because
For any reason. Because I want it.
give me.
I mean,
Not
there's
bad.
this.
He kind of gives the owl an off. Like, he kind of just, like, looks like. You don't think
I'm
he
not
likes.
trying to like scare him. I'm just being a creepy owl.
Yeah.
Just...
He doesn't like birds.
It's the creep factor, yeah.
Roll
is it,
for creep factor?
So
ornithobia?
somehow this guy in a full black leather and cloth and a plague doctor's mask comes riding in here on a black horse, dragging a slave behind him with an owl on his shoulder, and the owl just stares at him as he rides by.
Yeah,
just like,
I would also while we are like as we're passing these people, whenever we're within 30 feet, I'd like to cast detect thoughts.
Before he
Confirm
casts
that charge for the day.
detect
Oh.
thoughts,
Okay.
because this might change the thoughts that happen.
Mhm.
Tenzin, do you tell me you're gonna stare at him?
that was
Tenzin?
me.
You mean
Sorry,
Nico?
Nico.
No,
Okay,
just
can I?
trying to be an owl.
Do I notice that, Dan?
I'm not hiding it.
Don't think you have much peripheral vision.
Yeah.
Psh, I
Well,
mean,
that's-
I'd be like kind of looking back once in a while just to check on my slave.
I'm sitting on your shoulder.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh,
to look back, I'd probably see you. Anyway, I'm just gonna say that I do, and unless you want to argue that or tell me no, Dan. And I'll say, oh, don't look him in the eye. You don't.
You say
No.
that to me?
No, no, not the owl. You don't look him in the eye.
Okay.
You don't want any of that.
He'll be like,
And
he'll kind of like glance down at the ground and not look at the owl.
I'm very
I keep
quietly
staring at him.
chuckling. Very silently chuckling.
and then I think he was detecting thoughts.
Yeah, as soon as I'm within 30 feet of these people, I'll cast Detect Thoughts, and you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature you chose has an intelligence of 3 or doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected. So basically, I just want to know what the surface thoughts are on this thing, and not the one that was scared of the owl, because I very much know what that guy is saying to himself.
Please don't pick my eyes out.
But this
Don't
one, what's his? What are his thoughts as we're walking past?
You're talking about the one that's staring away now?
Not
No,
that
the
one.
guy on the bottom, not the one that's
okay.
looking at that is scared of the owl.
He's like, we always get so many freaks through here.
Yes.
Okay, so I telepathically
Look
say
like a
to
freak,
Dearden,
Mhm.
and the others, I'll say it to everybody. Dan, how do I have to do this like one by one, or can we just have like a group chat telepathy thing going on?
I think you have to do it one by one.
You have to
Okay.
do
Hey,
it
Dan.
one time.
Bone tag
Yes.
it is.
Dan,
Yes.
you don't have
Or
to do it this
telephone.
way. But for simplicity's sake, in the other game I'm playing in where my character has telepathy, we basically just have a Discord channel open so long as we're within like 60 feet of each other. Is kind of how we're doing it in that game, and it works really nicely.
Okay.
But you don't have to do it that way. That's just
I think it's supposed to
simplicity's sake,
function
what we
like the message spell, and it's only a single target. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
that's fine.
That's
Yeah.
fair, because there could be times when it could become overpowered if we don't limit it like that. I get it.
It's true.
And
Um,
I actually have an ability where I can link multiple people to chat.
Oh, nice.
But it's only, I think it's me and 2 others.
Well,
So you
Tenzin
just
can
talk about Dearden and Horsey.
so I'll just say 1-to-1 through the group. I'm pretty sure both of them bought it. The guy that's not scared of the owl was like, we always get such weirdos coming through here. So I think that they're both like, they've both been fully fooled. I say that individually to each person.
As we get, unless something else happens, as we get to like this point, Horsey's gonna look back and just like, you ever seen a dog make that face like it's laughing?
the
That's
panting.
totally the
God,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
gonna kill.
he's panting, laughing. Well, out of eye shot of the guards.
Oh, I didn't see where you.
Yeah. Anyway, once we get to that point, that'll happen.
Lol. So are we're moving forward then
Yes.
through the
Go ahead and move into the hallway. I'm setting something up real quick. Sorry.
Also, question, Dan. How does Horsey do short rests, or does Horsey not do short rests, which is fine?
I would probably let me look into it real quick.
Okay.
He's just a warhorse, right?
Yes. Undead warhorse, actually.
Okay.
But you guys don't know that.
No, what?
That he's undead.
well,
I,
he
Did I say that I was undead last session?
You
I think it was a
heavily
couple sessions
implied a
ago.
few sessions
Implied
ago,
it.
but I don't think you ever actually
Oh,
clarified.
2 sessions ago we had that conversation at the very
Yeah.
end. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I actually ever said undead, though
The Undead
it could be
Anonymous.
inferred.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Horsey has 3 d10s for hit dice that
Okay.
he can spend during short rests.
Cool. Then he would have rolled all of them. Plus his con, which is 2. Okay. It's a good number. Not for rolling, but just in general.
3d10. It would be +2 per die. So
Oh, that's right. So 4
Plus
more.
4 of
So
mine.
17.
I was like, there's no way that on 3d10 plus 6 you got a 13. I was gonna be so upset if that had actually happened.
That'd be pretty shitty roll.
That would be
Yeah,
such
that'd be
a
a
bad
really
roll.
bad one.
I mean, it's still not a super great roll, but it's a good number. So
Okay. He's almost back to full then, which is much better than the 3 HP he was at before.
lol.
Jeez.
Yeah, he was 1 hit from poofing again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that
Gonna have to figure out how to raise his AC or something. Or give him more HP or allow me to protect him somehow.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
He
you.
doesn't like level up with you or anything.
They're
technically
not
Just
he's
get rid of Horsey
familiar.
and
Oh,
focus
no.
only on your elemental summoning.
Do you guys think I'm a ranger and not a warlock?
I thought you were like a
Beast.
pet
I'm a
warlock.
Beastmaster ranger.
Oh.
He is a pet warlock,
I
actually.
am
Yeah.
a pet warlock. That is true.
Pact of the Chain.
Shh, spilling my secrets.
You already told
You
us.
told us that like
I
I
know.
think that's
I'm
something
still
we've
an
all
innocent.
been.
I think that was the first session. You said.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Dearden, and I'm
I'm
a
a
Pact of the
Pact of the
Chain
Chain.
warlock.
Yes, that is absolutely Dylan's voice.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Potato, potato.
Okay. So you guys continue.
Yeah.
Tomato, tomato, tomato. Yes, we do.
As you go around the corner, you hear some talking,
It's a good
and
job.
boom. In this next room, you see a man and a monster
God.
of some kind. If people want to make Arcana checks,
Totally.
Mhm.
I'm mine
And
as well.
I will cast the spell that's... What the fuck is that?
I got a 10.
That, or no?
I didn't hear your question, Joe.
Oh, I was asking Dan if we have to be proficient.
no, you don't have to.
Well, I'm proficient, but I got a nice 8.
Well.
Yeah, no. All you guys know is it's some form of elemental creature.
Okay.
That's all you can tell, but it's kind of a little terrifying. Let me.
Hmm.
3
That was
legs, 3
elemental.
arms.
It's a nightmare's elemental.
That looks like an earth elemental then.
That's all.
Does it?
Whatever Horsey
just
is,
like-
elemental.
Is it abyssal elemental a thing?
I was gonna say it's a hell elemental, if anything.
Yeah, a elemental. Perfect.
Nice.
Yep. 100%. You
I'm
should be
glad.
proud of that one.
Night terror's elemental.
Oh yeah. But not a nightmare.
Right.
That's a totally different thing.
As
Scritches
you
one.
guys turn the corner, you see his attention shift down the hallway.
The person or the creature?
The
Or
creature.
both. Okay.
I continue in casually. Tenzin, are you just holding onto the rope now, or
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
I'm playing the role
Okay.
until shit gets real.
Okay?
Okay.
This is my kind of stealth, social stealth, not don't get detected stealth.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the creature begins speaking.
hmm
Does anyone? What languages do people speak?
When Dearden had
Undercommon.
said he was going to be speaking Undercommon, I would have used comprehend languages as soon as I started hearing a language she didn't understand. If that's now, that's now. If that's a different time, that's a different time.
Okay.
I speak Abyssal, Celestial, Common, and Telepathic.
Okay.
I speak Goblin, Draconic, and Common.
Draconic, Infernal, Sylvan, Telepathy, and Thieves' Cant.
Actually, looks like.
And Dearden.
Just undercommon.
Okay.
I speak
Um,
English and bad English.
None of
Okay.
you can understand the language.
Okay.
Unless
Then I will cast my comprehend language
Okay.
as soon as I hear it.
Okay. You then hear. As you cast it, you catch the end of whatever it was saying. He goes, offering.
Offering?
And it moves
Yeah.
forward a little bit.
Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's gonna eat you.
No, this one's here to work. Sorry. Strict orders.
And then it repeats, do you bring offering?
Not like for food, but for
Well, you
like
don't know what
work.
it's saying.
Wait, yeah, you can.
Artie's
that's
gonna.
right. I'm sorry.
Artie is going to sneakily, and I will roll stealth for this if you want. Go up behind Dearden's back and translate.
Go
And
ahead,
I am
roll stealth.
rolling.
Do I need to roll perception since she's rolling stealth?
17. I got a 17.
17.
And I.
Do it. I'm gonna do it. 14.
Totally
Lol.
oblivious.
Yeah, do I hear it?
Well, I mean, the stealth is me coming up behind you, and then once I am behind your
You
head.
also have to be stealthy for sound.
Well, yeah. Once I'm behind your head, I can just say it into your hood, and I know you can hear me in there. I built this hood. I know how it works.
Oh gosh, you built like a little talkie hole? for
Probably would have.
yourself? Oh man, that's
Little
creepy.
doors next to your
Dearden's
ears.
fine with it, but that's kind of creepy.
You have little horns that float over your ears in your hood, and she has like a little mouthpiece you can talk into.
Lol. That's so funny. That's great. No, I just I would not have actually put a hole in the hat. I know how you feel about things. So I would just be like talking to you from behind your head. Like whispering into your ear, basically. But I can't reach your ear. So as close to where your ear would be.
Gotcha.
That also keeps me out of sight.
Okay.
Now I'm translating. Go.
I got 95% of it then. There's just like one word that was just kind of too soft in the hoodie.
He asks if you're bringing him an offering.
Did you say strawberries?
No, I said offering. Are you bringing him an offering?
How do I say this one is a slave?
I
For
don't know
what-
how to
for
speak
what?
the language. I only know how to hear it.
Uh,
Just say it in common. I'm sure he'll get it. Or undercommon.
Nah. Oh yeah, I'll say it in undercommon. Undercommon? What? What is this, Jersey?
Yeah.
Undercommon. Sorry. I'll repeat what I said earlier, pretty much.
Okay. He doesn't seem to react, and he goes, "Treasure now."
I'd pick up a 5-foot cube of earth and then put it towards him.
He begins sifting through it. You see
Most valuable thing.
you see
Land.
him find a gem. He looks at it. He goes, "Not enough," but he puts it in his mouth and begins chewing it.
Artie gets very sad.
I get him more gems then with mold earth until he's happy.
Just keep molding the earth and like bury him slowly. Not enough to crush him, just enough to like
yes,
mold earth into his
absolutely.
mouth.
Near him, yeah, because it has to be right next to him.
Just keep putting piles of dirt around him.
Yeah, until there's like one really, really tall spot, and then like one, like the rest of it's just like really like deep.
Yeah. You see that he actually moves through the dirt actually very fluidly.
Oh dear.
Like he's almost like he's swimming or something.
Almost.
Or just
Almost
even
like
just
he's
normally
kind of
walking, but
earth
just like
element.
Or
he has no
gliding.
He's got collision off and he's just glitching through the walls like an old 90s game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He keeps picking up any gems he finds. They're very small and not very valuable, it looks. But he eats them and he keeps looking towards you like more.
Can Artie pick up a pebble off of the ground?
Sure.
And then she's gonna use her tinkering to make it glow. It doesn't glow a lot, but it glows a little bit, and she's gonna slip it. I'm gonna try and like into Dearden's hand, slip it into his hand with sleight of hand. If you will allow me to. With that 21 sleight of hand check.
Okay.
You now have a glowing rock in your hand.
That was just floating a moment ago. It's impressive.
Lol.
Okay. Yeah, so you have a
I'm not
glowing rock.
invisible.
I mean, you are a caster.
I have a glowy rock. Oh, got another one. You want it? You want it? And I just wiggle it.
He holds out a hand.
From 40 feet away.
All right. I'm gonna give it to you, but this one's special, okay? So you gotta play for it. You gotta play me for it. Okay, you gotta catch it. And I toss it above him and behind him. And yes, I'm totally treating him like a dog right now.
He's putting out some pretty serious dog vibes.
I mean, he wants treats and goodies.
He's not moving any closer.
No, he threw it behind him.
Oh, he threw it behind him.
Mm-hmm.
He'll glance at it.
I'm gonna slowly keep moving while this is all happening.
Yeah.
Too.
He's gonna glance back at it and then
So
ignore it.
we're probably really
No.
close to him right now.
He does not go after it.
Okay. Oh man, that's not how you play it. It's fine. I'll go get it.
The man in the back of the room goes, "It's usually about 500 gold pieces worth of treasure."
Oh. Okay.
Don't we have some gems that we found?
I don't know. Did you guys?
Oh, we have plenty of. We could absolutely do the 500 worth. I'm sure.
I have a glaive, but
I don't.
More than happy to part ways with the glaive.
Nah, don't get rid of the glaive. We'll find a way to make that useful at some point. I promise you.
Oh, we never discussed who was going to be wearing the ring of fire resistance.
Not me, because I got this awesome thing.
It's currently just in my bag. I don't even have it like equipped, so that's the thing. I'm trying to. Where is it?
I mean, if need be, we can just give him 500 gold. I mean, we got a lot of money from this little gig, didn't we?
No. We did, but you don't have any of it, and Artie's not giving it up.
I mean, we had our own gold as well before. How much have I given him? I'm not And I'm talking in Undercommon right now, so
The guy does not acknowledge. He's like, I don't speak that language.
I've been talking in Undercommon the whole time.
Have you?
Yeah, I
Okay.
said it earlier.
Is this like just like a human guy, or what's he look like?
He is a
I think he's a Magic the Gathering character.
Oh,
Pharaohmancer or something. Anyway.
I'm just staring at this guy like an owl.
Like
Can
he's
we
an
just
owl?
kill them
Or
and
like
keep
you are?
going,
Nope,
guys?
just say that out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
I'm
said
down
that
for that.
quietly to Dearden. She's
You
probably
socially
on the same
awkwardly said
shoulder.
it loudly.
I'm probably like right in, like, not squished between, but like very near to both Nico and Dearden's head, because I can be right next to both of them. Do you want me to just go like thunder stomp on that guy?
I casually look back at Tenzin to see if I can gauge his response here.
Did I even hear it?
Not necessarily to that, but just like
I will.
in general.
I'll whisper it to you.
I'm just like sort of like still playing the role.
telepathically.
Like I'm still just sort of playing the. I'm like hanging back, like rope is taut, like not like fully willingly like walking with you, sort
Okay.
of
I'm
like thing.
Artie is tired of this.
I'll say it
Wants to fucking kill them.
telepathically to you that they want to just kill
I
me.
mean, yeah, if you're okay. I just kind of casually nod. Okay, I guess I can switch to. I guess I can switch to this language. It's not my favorite, but that's okay.
And
How much more do I need to give him? And I'm just like distracting him while you guys get ready to attack.
I don't know how much those gems were, but it'd probably say 475 gold at least.
Okay, you might want to just watch your feet. And then I
boom! And I'm gonna use one clap.
perfect.
Okay.
They need to make a con save.
Oh no.
Okay.
Probably one of their best saves.
What's the DC?
What's my DC? Spells. Inventory. Bag of holding. No. Oh, it's my artificer spell DC, so it's whatever my spell DC is. It is 16? 16.
16. Okay.
Mhm.
They both failed, I think.
Sweet. They take
Nice.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, that is a very loud spell.
Yes,
they
it
do
is.
take a d6 of thunder damage. 1d6. Bonk.
Oh, a d6, not 8d6.
A d6.
That's beautiful. That solid 6 right there.
Yeah, that's solid 6. They each take 6 damage.
Were you guys surprising them as well?
I don't think I can. I'm gonna have to like break out of my.
Did she just do it without saying anything?
I had told you that I was going to.
You guys
and
did.
then he said you might
I
want to
had
watch the
said to
feet.
Tenzin that you wanted to attack, but I didn't get an answer.
Oh, I thought we were all on the same page. I apologize.
I thought so too.
Tenzin would certainly not be on the same page.
I
So,
thought
okay,
that
it's
Nico
fine.
had told
This
Tenzin,
can
but
totally be an awkward chaos moment. I'm
this
totally
is
down for it.
absolutely
Let's go.
happening, though.
Yeah. So no, I wasn't ready for that then.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
That's fine. We've ambushed and murdered enough things in here. But...
How do I
Just
manage?
worry about the attention this is going to draw now.
Will you please add me to the initiative order so I can add my beautiful 5 to the initiative?
Dan, you're gonna get to see one of my favorite things about Mold Earth.
burying people alive.
That was the first time I've not rolled like first on the initiative.
This
Oh.
is the first time I've rolled decent on the initiative order.
Oh yeah,
You
initiative.
you
I think
had
I've
me
been first
selected.
like every time.
Oh, did I have you selected?
You had me selected for one
Oh,
of those.
I'm sorry.
So I'll put mine in. That's fine. I was.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I had a token selected though. What the hell?
Did you have 2 of them selected?
No,
Hmm,
I had only Dearden selected.
weird.
It's actually a 16.
It is.
What? Oh, my numbers off.
Sorry, got a few things I have to do real quick.
Mhm.
Because you guys just
Mhm.
blasted off a thunderclap in the middle of enemy territory.
Yep, because we are not smart people, and that's okay.
I am so smart.
But just not in like every way.
I said I'm smart. I am not wise.
You're not wisdomous.
I'm not I have a 14 wisdom. I'm actually relatively wisdomous. I'm just
I'm very wise, and that's why I did not want to take this fight.
That's wise. I don't want to be here.
Oh no.
Sorry. Did we reach? I think we reached our pun limit. I'll keep going. I'll keep going.
There's a limit.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was a great.
These guys definitely hurt us. And I don't even know how many more are going to hear with all these connecting tunnels and.
Yeah. You should totally make me a 6-shooter, Spoops.
Lol.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then I'll start dressing as a cowboy instead.
You want to shoot out Warforged?
Damn, a 1 on initiative.
Yes.
That's rough.
Yes. It's gonna be a 6 launcher. Just
Six comes out of the gun, just kills them.
It's like the Fat Man from Fallout. The launcher.
Yeah.
Fat boy launcher.
Launches a nuke on them.
Yeah.
We talked about the Fat Boy last time we played.
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
That's probably why it was on the surface of my mind.
I like how like after 6 like comes flying out and kills him or whatever, he's just like, oh, and just walks off.
So I don't know if any of you read it, but I've been playing with this Boken since we started. And
what is a Boken?
It's a wooden katana, practice katana. And I'm just realizing how much I want to make like a ranger druid who Zephyr strikes with it with a Boken all the time. You know,
he actually fights with a wooden sword.
Yeah.
Why not?
I certainly don't hate it.
It would probably take
It
like
would be like basically a quarterstaff.
I would probably use like a Mace's stats for it or something like that.
Quarterstaff.
I mean, you would have to use a two-hander, right?
Boken are generally 2-handed. Not required, but
you don't have to.
Just use it as a club.
Well, I'm just saying a fancier club.
Yeah.
Because it's made of like fancy wood. Like really good, sturdy, durable wood.
Okay, where did we go?
Like iron oak or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's add you to the initiative.
Is oak the wood that was built that would there was like a famous ship that cannonballs would just bounce off of?
Mm-hmm. Old iron sides.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, it's made of, I think, white oak is what they use.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a really, really hard wood.
Okay. For the time being, I think that's
That
it.
would probably feel so badass just sailing on that thing. Somebody firing cannons at you, and you're just like
just bounces off. You're like, ha, loser.
Oh man, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so I can move
Get
things
good,
around.
scrub.
Not that I'm a particular fan of warfare, but that would be a pretty epic feeling.
Okay, I'm gonna say all those guys have surprise. Okay. Tenzin.
Be like the ship with the
Start us
AC of
off.
22.
And DM,
Mm-hmm.
what I would have done is I would have zoomed off to the ground, done my blast, and immediately shot upward, and now I'm at the ceiling. So how high in the build is this area?
This room is actually like 30 feet.
Okay, then I am. It would have taken me
10, so you're
10.
about 20 feet up?
25, and
Okay.
I will mark that on my character.
Okay.
So...
I'm just gonna like run, slough off the ropes, run directly at this guy while I'm passing Dearden. I just grab my spear off of his back, and in one like fluid motion, I just like spin and attack this thing.
Nice.
Okay.
Is it like a naginata?
A spear?
Yeah. Or is it
With a blade on the
proper
end,
spear?
or is
Well,
it
spears have
pointy
a
or
blade on the
slashy?
end.
I mean, yeah, it has a blade, like like a Spartan spear almost.
Gotcha.
A stabbing spear, not a slashing
Yeah.
spear.
Gotcha.
Even though I think it does slashing damage.
Well,
A spear?
Nope, piercing damage.
Feels like it should be piercing if it's just a piercing.
Does a
Technically, it
24
should
hit?
be both, but D&D owes them
24?
one, so.
Yeah.
That does not. I'm disagreeing. It does.
My
I'm
word.
believe, boys.
Man, I
I'd
just
out
panicked
so
fully.
fast.
Did
Fully
you-
panicked.
Everybody.
did this guy take damage from my thunder?
Yep, they did.
He didn't. His hit points haven't moved, unless the bar
Or
is so
they
thick
did.
that I can't see it.
Maybe it's
Um,
just in the red of the G.
Oh, that's what it is. I see it now. When I zoom real far in, I'm
It's-
assuming it's the red of the G
yeah.
background.
Yay for when it's just like
He got more hit points.
Oh no!
It turned into a
How
G2.
did he do
somehow.
that?
yeah,
He healed it.
They're curving around.
Wow, how is your
Crazy.
health bar moving like that?
He's got so much
Because
health.
he's a G. Anyway,
So 8 damage with the spear, and then I'm going to unarmed strike for a natural 20.
Oh,
I
Punch him
gotta go
in the
change my
heart.
pants.
7 damage, minimum
Punch that
damage,
dirt.
almost.
all right. So let me get back.
And then I'm gonna burn a key point, and on that,
Stunning strike.
no, Hand of Harm.
Can't do that.
Ooh.
When I hit a creature with an unarmed strike, I can spend 1 key point to deal 1 extra 1d4 plus 4 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Necrotic. Interesting.
And an 8 even.
You and I are gonna get along wonderfully.
Well.
Before
So
seeing
8 more to that guy, and that goes like along with the punch. Like when I punch him, the area the way that I like to envision Hand of Harm, especially with Tenzin, is that it's not actually like a magical effect or anything. He just has such an understanding of like the human body that like I could punch somebody in the liver and like it's really gonna damage them like more so than it normally would.
Did you roll an extra die for the Hand of Harm because it's crit?
It's true, it is a crit.
Damn. So just another D4?
Yeah.
Damn, Daniel.
3. Nice.
So you
11.
understand this rock monster's human body? What you're saying?
That you've never met before?
Oh yeah, I guess I just understand physiology.
I love that you can punch things so well that you cause organ failure.
Yep.
When you can punch somebody in the liver, like
Yeah, you can
Oh,
legitimately
absolutely.
do
and
that.
really knock somebody out, like knock somebody out of a
Mhm.
fight that way. I've seen it happen.
Oh, yeah.
Punch him in the
IRL.
kidney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been
God.
hitting the kidney before.
That's stuff like that is what I mean. Like Tenzin, like he knows like weak points and like vulnerabilities in beings.
I think in this
and
case you just
can
poked him in the
exploit
eye.
those. Yeah, that too. That's. I mean, I don't think Tenzin's quite that dirty, but
I'll do
things
other
along
organs,
those
but not
lines,
the
very
eyes.
much so. Yeah.
Are you all done, Tenzin?
I'll just zoom in the
That-
pebbles. How about that?
Oh.
Right in the
Also,
pebbles.
DM, point of order. Technically, they both would have gotten attack of opportunity on me, unless you count the surprise, they wouldn't. Is that what you were doing?
Yes, they were surprised.
Okay. Just checking, because I realized that technically I moved out of their range.
And they failed their saves, so I'm having them not react because of that.
Okay.
I'll just swing around there.
'Kay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. He is surprised, but he's now aware. Dearden.
Dearden is going to cast Mold Earth. Let me double check the range on it since this is combat. It's 30 feet.
19
Yeah,
and a 20
easily.
to hit.
I Mold Earth to immediately remove to instantly remove the 5 cubic feet of ground underneath that guy over there.
The far one?
Mm-hmm.
You're just dropping them in a hole.
Yeah, 5 foot deep hole. Just
Okay.
I
He
know.
just Okay, let me have him do a dex save to see if he can gain his footing and get out of the range.
Looney Tunes style, like runs with
It's like,
nothing underneath them.
Oh, fuck off.
Wile E. Coyote, the ground.
Man,
So,
that's tough.
yeah.
In fact, that's what Dearden says. He's like, fuck off.
Yeah, he should.
Let's draw
Fuck off. There we go. That's better. Fuck
That
off.
was it.
there's a hole there.
And pick one of the like adjacent squares. So let's say I didn't know where he was gonna go, so I would have put it behind him. So there's a 5 foot block square right there.
Of rough terrain.
No, it's literally that entire square is a 5 foot block square of dirt. Because none of the dirt goes away. I just move it.
You just took the Minecraft block out and put it behind.
That's what Mold Earth does, and it's one of my favorite things. To just because it says it has no verbiage about like nothing can be in that square or anything, and also technically they're not because it's below them.
Yep.
Anyway,
no, it's a great spell. Okay. Anything else?
It's a very fun one. That's my action. I will. Horsey is going to just like 1-2 hoof this one in the face. Only one attack,
Advantage.
but
1-2 hoof.
yeah.
Horsey should have advantage because we're flanking him.
Yeah,
Or
it does.
it,
Nice.
whatever this creature is.
So that's gonna be an 18 to hit for 9 bludgeoning damage.
That will miss.
Okay.
This thing is powerful.
His hoof hits it, but it doesn't seem to hit hard enough.
Okay. And Horsey just goes.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
I'm surprised, but now aware. Surprised, but now aware.
Wait, he wouldn't have gotten a roll. He hasn't had his turn. He's still in a surprise round, isn't he?
Who?
He wouldn't have gotten to move.
Who?
No, this is the first round.
Yeah, and he hasn't had his initiative yet. His initiative is a 6.1. This guy. He's still in a surprise round. He absolutely should have fallen in the hole.
Where is he on the
Because he hasn't taken his turn yet.
Okay, fine.
I mean, that's just me, but
Yeah, that's
like,
fine. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Sorry.
it's just consistency. I didn't mean to sound so bossy about it. I realized that it's entirely not my call. Sorry about that.
Okay, Nico. No, you're right. He hadn't had his turn yet.
He's just making that deck save, so he hasn't fallen in the hole. He's just like
Hovering.
he's mid movement to get
The
out.
dirt is moving, and he's
Wile E. Coyoteing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
He holds up his yikes sign.
Because apparently this is my cartoon character.
Lol.
Character.
he's doing splits across the across the pit.
Yes.
Does
Like
he
a
look like
guy
Vin
between
Diesel?
two
Or
semi
not,
trucks.
yeah, does he look like Jean-Claude?
Vin Diesel. I get it though. I totally get it.
Jean-Claude Vin Diesel.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
He's really big about family.
I'm now just picturing Jean-Claude with a
He's
bald head
Doing the
and
splits between
driving a muscle
the
car.
car that he drives. Two of them.
Yeah. Jean-Claude Vin Diesel. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that's someone. One of us needs to make a new Twitter, and it's Jean-Claude Vin Diesel.
I'm just gonna go
we just
for
replace a
Halloween
picture
this
of
year.
Jean-Claude
I'm just
with
gonna go as Jean-Claude Vin Diesel.
That means you're gonna have to shave your entire head.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Nico,
wear.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna wear the Bloodsport outfit, but carry a wrench.
I am going to. How tall is this room? You said
About
30
30 feet.
I will fly up from your shoulder about. I'll go just 20 feet up.
Okay.
And then I will attack him since he's next to people.
Okay.
I have a funny hypothetical.
I don't have advantage, right? Or do I?
Technically, he
not advantage
mean-
because you're not.
No, because I'm ranged. I'm not.
he
But
hasn't taken a turn yet. Don't you get advantage if he hasn't taken a turn yet? Or is that assassins only?
That's
No, that's
assassins.
assassin thing.
Never mind.
If he was doing a melee attack and he was flanking, he would get advantage. But unfortunately, he does get surprise attack, but he doesn't hit on that one.
Yeah, I would just get my whatever sneak attack. Bonus action, same thing.
That'll hit.
9.
9
The
damage.
broken hilt is a flute.
Are you just playing with like the Green Rangers?
Yeah, I just realized that he's literally the Green Ranger, but with druid levels.
Yeah. Oh my
And maybe
God,
a
Green
splash of
Ranger was so
Kensei
cool.
monk or something. I gotta go make this character and put it in Karos.
Lol.
Okay.
Oh,
Anything
are
else,
you
Nico?
making Jean-Claude Vin Diesel now?
Oh my god, that is his name. That's his name.
Jean-Claude Van Diesel.
No, it doesn't fit him. That's a
Jean-Claude
different
Vin
character.
Diesel. Yeah, I'm done. I think almost
Okay.
everything.
Now he falls in a hole.
Except he made his dex save. So he does not. So he hops
Dun-dun.
up. So he hops over there. What is he gonna do?
Probably thumb his nose a couple of times, then go. "Oh."
I mean, we're loving the art.
I don't know. I just got a Bruce Lee moment feeling.
How high are you, Nico?
20 feet up.
It's a very personal question.
Not nearly high enough.
20 feet from the ground or 20 feet from...
20 feet from the ground.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm not. You said it was 30, so I'm 10 feet away from the ceiling as well.
He is gonna point over to that corner and cast Erupting Earth.
I
Which
see.
corner?
I assume the
Behind
corner of
us,
the horse.
probably.
Dearden the horse, and it will catch Nico as well.
Since this is this behind, like in a wall or on the floor?
He's doing it. It's a cube, and you guys are in it.
Okay. So it's just everything in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I think if it does half damage on a fail,
Um,
I don't know. I'll make the save. What kind of save is it?
Half
It
as much damage on a
takes-
successful save.
Like I'm having trouble. Oh, my glasses aren't on.
half on a save. Yeah.
Dex save.
Dex save. Okay. Okay, so Dearden's dex save. It's gonna be really funny if Dearden rolls like a natural 20, and then,
Horsey goes poof.
yeah, Horsey is like
What a
a
roll,
1.
Daniel. Jesus, do you hate us?
Sorry.
He does. Well, even if someone magically gives me advantage, I I only get a 5.
Oh no.
Is that just
And
your roll?
Horsey, yeah, that's my roll. Horsey,
Is it 21 a save?
21 saves.
I'm glad that didn't hit me.
You gotta beat a. Okay.
yeah, Horsey was super not ready for this, and as a consequence, neither was I.
Yup.
Oh man.
It's only
Bad
fitting.
news.
Bad news bears. So if that's 30 damage, Horsey goes, and I fall to the ground,
Okay.
and then I tumble to the
Well,
ground.
No, you are on top of a 20-foot tall earth.
Oh, he said it was a cube.
It's a cube, so basically what it does is the ground just explodes, and then it rains back down in debris and creates difficult terrain.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
just make a cube in that space.
Okay, so I fall face first onto difficult terrain. This will be fun.
You're
I
at the
take
edge
half.
of the difficult terrain.
Oh, it's only edges. It's 4 edges.
All right, Edge Lord.
Wait a minute. That's gross.
Okay.
That's so big.
So, Nico, you took 15. This is the first time you've been hit, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
I've
wait,
been
no.
hit. It's the first time in a while, though.
Oh,
Shit, I can't.
you gonna use your reaction to have it?
Yeah, I forgot about it for a second.
Okay.
Absolutely would have.
So Horsey's still alive?
Yeah,
Let's have a
he's
thing where they can reduce it. Or is that level 5? Did I get that?
The evasion? You
Yeah,
don't have
That's
to
a
do
higher
damage.
level.
Level 5. God damn it.
It's like we've been
Horsey's-
level 4 for like, I don't know, literally the entire game.
Sorry, you guys gotta get to a milestone.
You
So,
killed the
killing
boss. It's not a
50
mouse.
people.
This
We
is
have
your-
killed over 50 things.
Yeah, you are definitely gonna level up as soon as you guys get back to town.
Yeah,
Twice.
twice. Better. You know how many experience points we've been grinding?
so many.
We've killed so
Anyway.
many boars.
I get evasion at 7th level.
Anyway, so I look down and suddenly and see all of this
So
happening
that's
below.
15 damage. Horsey's at a nice solid 5.
You should put him back on the board and give him back his initiative. Oh wait,
I'm
you
just-
have the initiatives. Never
I
mind.
have the initiative, yeah. I'm gonna move him, and then Horsey.
If you drop him, I'll move him to the back.
So it's easy to click on.
Move to back. Okay. He should be behind you now.
Yep, thank you. And then I don't think I have a way of reducing that damage on myself, but let me double check. Oh, I wouldn't be able to anyway because that would have been a reaction, and I don't have it because I saved Horsey. So, fun story. Horsey loses 15. I lose 30. We're both at 5.
Beautiful.
Oh man. Okay.
That might change my turn.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Why? Where are you going?
In game, I'm gonna leave.
Oh,
In
you're like,
fact-
never mind. I'm out.
In fact, as a can I have
You
a
still have your
verbal
movement?
reaction?
Oh no, it's not your turn.
No, so no verbal reaction. Okay,
You
on
can have
my
a
turn
verbal
then.
reaction, sure.
Okay, Ouch! I'm leaving.
I nod at Dearden.
To be fair, though, we have a great running crew.
Yep.
Yeah, for movement.
My horse is fast. We've got 2 flyers who are, I think, decently fast, and
A monk.
a monk. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
Okay.
think
The
my
only thing-
speed is very fast, but I can fly.
Does Mieta want to play a tabaxi?
That would be amazing.
We'll see. I'll check with her, see what she wants to play. 'Kay.
Wearing very fancy boots.
Okay. What are you doing, Artie?
Pulling out a scroll.
Oh, you whip it out.
I'm trying to decide which
You're
one
in front
I
of
want.
everyone. Please don't.
I'm going to use Maximilian's Earthen Grasp,
Ooh.
and I'm going to. It technically says an unoccupied space on the ground, but since we're in a cave, can I just have the ceiling come down?
Sure.
I literally just want the ceiling to come down and crush this guy. This one over here.
Okay.
This guy. I want it to crush him. I basically want the ceiling to come down and punch him in the face for me. And he is it is
he is
second level
25.
spell, so
He's 25 feet from the ceilings. It has to be within 5 feet of the space it's coming from.
what? Let me find the right spell here. Too many spells open. Okay, basically the wall behind him. How's that?
That's
I
fine.
have the wall behind him come out and grab him.
Okay. And he needs to make what kind of save?
Strength save.
He fails.
He does. He is restrained.
Okay.
And he takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage for 11
Nice roll.
bludgeoning damage. And I'm gonna yell, "Hands off my friends, you asshole!" as it grabs him, and I like to think that it just grabs him and like yoinks him back into the wall and bonks his head on it.
Okay.
Just for flavor.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna maintain concentration on that. And are there still glowing stalactites in here?
There is.
I'm going to hide line of sight myself behind a stalactite from the caster.
Okay.
I understand how casting works. I know you have to be able to see things most of the time.
Okay. Cool. Good to know.
Anyway, he's restrained, and that is my turn because I don't
These
have
rocks are like explosive to magic or something, and you're going to be hiding behind one of them. You're just going to shoot like a cantrip.
Okay.
It's going to explode and destroy you.
Lol.
I hope that's not the case.
I actually forgot what you said about them their other properties, Dan.
What other properties?
The rocks.
I
not
asked
that we
if they had other properties other than being luminescent.
They, as far as you know, they don't.
Okay.
They're crystal, so they're just rock. But
they're shiny.
Yep.
They're somehow toxic to fairy people, though.
Okay. What is he gonna?
That won't
do?
stop her, by the way. Just saying. I don't have to touch it with my skin. I can wear a full fucking suit. I'll be fine.
He's about.
You don't have to. You have metal arms.
Right? Well, I meant like I have the helmet, so I'm not breathing anything in if I'm working on the dust or anything. Yeah,
Okay.
I know how to handle.
This guy is gonna be like. He's going to lash out and attack the person who kicked him in the pebbles. So
pebbles.
There's 3 claw attacks coming at you.
The pebbles.
Oh my word.
Oh.
3
One
claw
hit.
attacks and a bite attack.
1 hit.
What's your AC?
17.
17. Okay, so 8 slashing damage. And then you're just going to watch as he begins to lower into the ground.
Like elevator going down slowly, like
kind of. And then he just
seems to disappear.
Oh, that's the wrong layer. Damn it. I did not mean to send him to the map layer.
Oh no.
Do I get an opportunity attack on him?
He technically did not believe your threat range until he was underground.
Just it hit the ground.
Okay.
I mean, technically, you could still do it. He's just underground, unless Dan says otherwise.
He has full cover.
If you have,
Right.
yeah, he has
you
full
get
cover.
100% cover.
So plus 5 AC. I think it's
110%
100%
cover.
cover.
I'm
I
not
think
even
he's
gonna try.
technically it's total cover because he's underground. If you have something that deals like damage to the ground, like
Like a spear.
A shatter.
a shatter spell,
I
that
don't.
would affect if you could get him in the radius. Okay. And that's-
Can't be targeted directly by an attack or spell. Okay.
Yep. But if it's an AoE spell.
Okay.
About indirect.
Oh, what happened? Oh, he was higher up in the initiative. Okay. Okay. Tenzin.
That is an
No,
evil
I-
elevator, sir.
I look at the rest of the group and I say, "Are we running?"
I mean, like less than a moment ago, I just said, "Ouch, I'm leaving."
Yeah, I look at Nico and Artie. I say, "Are we leaving?"
Artie
Yes.
has not responded.
I think
Artie
that
is
would
mad
be
that her
wise.
friends are hurt. Her friends are being hurt.
Oh,
You kind of walked into this a little blindly.
a little.
No, I have dark vision.
Lol.
I stabbed Durden.
No,
Yeah.
not right now.
Not
was
even
like-
with my feathers. I just pull out a dagger from somewhere. And
Yeah.
stab
When I was
I
like
move-
100% ready, I was like, oh yeah, no, they're not going here. I was like, okay, we'll not prepare anything, and then I was like, oh shit, now they're going into the heart of enemy territory.
We just did this to fuck with you, Dan. That's the only
Well, we learned. I don't know if we lived, but we learned.
I move
I don't know if we
5 feet
learned.
and I'm gonna hit this guy with my spear.
You have advantage because he's restrained.
Does a 16 hit him?
That's a lot better than the 7.
Is
It does not.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
He's
Okay.
restrained.
not a lot better enough though.
16 does not hit.
Just
Then
been a lot
I
better.
will a flurry of blows.
I just love the idea that he's tied up and you just can't hit him for shit.
A 24.
Well, you have to get through the
Bunch of
giant rock
rocks
fingers.
holding him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 24 hits. You kick him in the shin.
Jesus Christ, with a minimum damage.
He has hard shins.
They're made of rock.
Mm-hmm.
That's a key point because I flurry of blows.
He's just got like little soccer shin guards made of rocks.
He's like, I just got back from soccer practice.
Rocker shin guards. I don't know. Look at his
Oh.
pose. He
Rocker
looks like
practice.
he almost looks like he's striking a soccer ball.
Yeah, he just got back from rocker practice.
He looks like he's
Oh god, rocker
An
ball sounds like
earthbender.
such a fun game.
Yeah. It's like he's a stone melter or something.
right.
Alright,
I was-
and then
I
I go
could
there.
I could try and restrain the guy who it can walk through rock, but if I restrain, I'm not gonna lie. What would have happened if I had used earthen grasp on the rock elemental? He would have just walked out of it.
It would have dealt the damage.
And
He
we
would have been
would've-
grabbed, and then he would have just walked out of it. Yeah.
That's why I picked the earthbender.
No,
At
it
least
was
I have a little
definitely
bit
the better
control.
choice.
Yeah, I took off through the tunnel.
Did Artie and I just like get all the same spells or something? Oh, you have scrolls, huh?
That's a scroll. Yeah. By the way, I
Yeah.
burned a scroll for that because I am so
I'm
out of
fine
spells.
with
Oh
getting out of
shit!
here.
I also just realized I need to roll.
For
Concentration.
the
Nope. What is it if I?
Is
What
that
is the
It's
rule?
a second level spell.
Yeah. Did it not go off?
It did not.
That changes everything.
That does.
That changes a lot.
That does change a lot.
I
we'll
cannot
just
believe-
we'll just say that the spell went off. We won't worry about it because it will change so much.
Okay.
And then we just need to try to remember in the future.
Yeah.
But your
I'm
next scroll
sorry.
auto fails.
Okay. No. I never use the scroll again.
I'll
Just find
roll
the
a
junkiest
dice, and
scroll.
if I get below a certain number, it auto fails one time.
Okay.
So it's random. Or we'll figure out something.
We'll go buy a bunch of cantrip scrolls until that
All of your
happens.
spells
Because
just
we're
fail from
metagamers
now
like
on.
that.
I just am a failure at
Can't
life.
use any more
Continue on.
magic. Got it.
She
That
would.
sounds-
She would
you
die.
just got the
She
worst
would be
little
so sad.
All class
curse.
abilities.
I'm pretty sure that if Artie lost all magic, she would die, as she is literally a fey creature who exists because of magic.
Hey. Oh wait.
Anyway, what's up? What are we doing? Tenzin
That's
ran
my
away.
turn.
Tenzin
Who's
ran.
next?
Okay.
And bravely ran away.
I'll be right back. I gotta take my nighttime medications.
Okay.
Brave
Dearden.
Sir Robert. I am going to I'm going to Did I just see him move through ground easily, or is this guy was this guy was encased in ground?
The guy that was closest to you sunk
Went
into the
underground.
ground and disappeared. The guy on the far side, two like a hand of dirt or stone came out, grabbed him, and pulled him against the wall.
Oh, sexy. I'm gonna move this square here that I pulled out of the ground already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move that in front of him,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna have Horsey run backwards. And I'm just gonna be like, are you still on my shoulder, by the way, Nico?
No,
Nah,
I
he's
flew up
flying.
in the air.
Okay. Please keep up. And then I go full speed, which actually, can I make Horsey dash?
I think so.
Okay. Like I don't have to use my action because he's a separate entity, right? Or do I need to? So because it's combat.
I think. Oh, how does that work?
I mean, you
He gets
can
his
use
own action economy, doesn't he? The horse.
It's
Yes.
weird because he's a
Kind
familiar,
of.
though.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the answer is yes,
Doesn't
kind of.
I thought he
Not
just
really.
didn't get a bonus
Yes.
action.
I think you have to use something to make him act.
You use the
I'm
bonus
super-
action to command his action.
Yes. Okay.
So
So
you
if
bonus
you
action hit dash.
yes,
Then
that
yes, my bonus action will be to dash.
yes, that is correct. That is the way. Sorry, my brain was
Get-
just not thinking that.
Yeah, he is.
I gotta get the dash out of here.
Wall.
So that's a fuck ton of speed. So goodbye.
So that
Yeah, I don't.
I'll measure it, don't worry.
So it's 10, 20 to get out, and then
I'm past the other guards. Because it's 120 feet.
Yeah. Riding on a horse, man.
Oh shit.
Yep. The other guards.
Yeah, and well, you'll find out.
And my guess is other things. Reinforcements have arrived.
I think it was right there.
Woo!
yeah, that's about right.
And I'm just like, oh shit. And that's my turn.
Okay. This guy is gonna run up and attack you.
Fuck. Of course, his turn was literally right after me.
Yep. 22.
Well, that's definitely a hit, regardless of who he's attacking.
That's Horsey.
Okay, Horsey poofs.
Okay.
Even if I use my reaction, so I don't.
Okay. And that is the end of his turn.
Okay, what happens to me? Because I'm running at 120 feet for
Make
6
a dex
seconds.
save.
Momentum sends me flying forward right now.
Make a dex save to basically maintain your feet, basically, when you hit the ground.
I think I'm actually, with that speed, I'm pretty sure I'd fly right into this.
Absolutely would fly that far.
Mm-hmm.
At 160 feet per second, or
20.
per excuse me, 120 feet in 6 seconds.
11 is my save.
Okay.
So I just have a cartoon moment where I just fly face first into that.
Yeah,
This is-
I think you're.
Are we just the
Oh,
Looney Tunes? Is that our group
shit.
name?
Pretty
20
sure.
feet?
Okay.
Yeah, I would fly 20 feet.
Easily.
Yeah.
And
He's yeah.
you take 2 points as you collide with the rock elemental.
Oof.
Did you roll falling damage?
Yeah, that's from the rock elemental.
Perfect.
Just
Perfect.
slamming into
Like-
it as you don't maintain. You're prone now.
Yep. I just hit it with my face and then just slide down.
Yep.
And this is where you just don't move.
Yep.
Play
I
dead.
play dead. I play dead. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Okay, hold on.
You might not be playing here soon, though.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, it's this one. It's gonna start moving. Okay.
I'm back.
I think we made it back. Oh man, you missed that. Oh no.
shit. Okay.
You missed such a good
Roll
one.
a deception check to play dead.
Okay.
Who's dead?
I am. Horsey is as well.
Well,
A 20.
23
Oh wow, what a roll!
deception on playing dead.
To be
Okay.
fair, it's a pretty believable moment to be dead.
Wait, wait. I
Hold
have
on,
to
Dan.
DM question again.
I have a DM question too. I think
I'm
it's
gonna-
probably the same one.
It's probably
Just
the
do-
same one. I'm gonna type it in our 3-way group chat.
Sweet.
Mine's not really a
Taking pills
question.
and eating dinner.
Mine is a lot of.
Yeah, Dan, that was gonna be my exact question as well.
Okay.
I think with that speed, absolutely.
Yeah. No. Do you want to describe it?
None of them can see it yet.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. No, you
You
don't.
should put a marker.
So you have advantage on that deception roll.
So I got
24?
a 24 instead of a 23.
I totally forgot about that. That's totally a thing. Okay. Yeah. No, it's just gonna move right past.
It's fucking amazing.
Okay.
You should
I'm gonna do a
get
thing.
a token for it
I will get a token for it. Give me a sec.
eventually.
I have my token stuff up, so I can make one real quick.
Perfect. Just don't name it.
Well, I did a thing, Dan.
Did you send me something?
Oh, he just created a spot on the ground for it for now.
Oh, okay.
And this can go wherever you want it to. I don't know if you want to roll for how many feet or how many squares.
I actually need your.
I'll describe the whole moment to you, DJ, when your character sees this. Actually, your character might be able to see this.
He doesn't have dark vision. He's a human.
But it's
I
illuminated.
have goggles.
Lit.
It's true.
I have
Oh, yeah.
goggles of dark vision anyway.
Okay.
it's
I'll say you saw it. Oh wait, no, that's 100 feet away.
But it's illuminated. The
Oh,
room's
and
illuminated by those
I'm
crystals.
illuminated too. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so DJ, what you saw while you were AFK, what you saw was me and Horsey galloping 120 feet right past you, and back towards the way we came. And then someone attacked Horsey. Horsey poofed. I flew 20 feet forward, face first, into an earth elemental, and my body slid down to the ground while my head spun off
And landed.
and landed wherever Dan wants it to.
Okay.
So Darren's dead, guys. Good job.
What else is new?
I mean, there we go.
Roll insight. You got to be the 24.
Okay.
So Dan, where would you like me to place this head? I feel like a pretty good distance.
I like to think
Insight,
that it
you
got
said?
flung
I'll
Oh
just
back.
take-
God,
Oh,
just
I
take
was
my
like,
passive
watch,
then.
this will be the one time I roll.
We'll throw
that's
it right there.
that's perfect, Dan. Thanks.
I just zoomed in on your picture of your head.
Mhm.
I almost did the other one under the mask, but I was like, yeah, no. The
No.
mask would stay on technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very specifically designed to stay on.
So, but
I
oh,
only rolled a 15 or a 10.
For
If
insight.
I had
Yep.
advantage.
Nope, he's dead. He's dead, guys.
yeah, okay. Nico.
All right. He put a thing in front of this guy, so I can't target him, right?
I mean,
From your
you're high enough
angle,
up.
you can see his head because you're up.
So he would have cover for me.
He's restrained.
I mean, you're high enough up. Like,
you're
mathematically,
Yeah, I was
you should
20
have
feet
full...
up in the air.
yeah, no,
you should be able to.
you're fine. You can
Okay.
attack him normal.
Then before leaving, I will attack him.
And
Okay.
you have advantage.
Yep, that's the hope.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So 14 headache damage. And then let's see.
Purely for RP reasons.
Yep.
Dan.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I'm staying up like close to the ceiling, but that's 30 and then 30 as my bonus action. How tall is this hallway? Is all 30 feet?
The hallway's about 20 feet.
Okay, then I'm 20 feet up.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. His turn. He can attempt to break free.
As an act, no. To break out, restrained target uses its action to make a strength check against my spell DC.
Okay.
16.
Okay, he's still stuck.
Yeah, he is.
Artie.
Knowing that Deardy just ran back towards 2 guards, Artie is going to just... she really wants to kill this guy, but she's gonna go save her friends. So I can move 35 is my distance. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm gonna action for another 35. 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Do I see Dearden's dead body from here?
Make
I
a
do.
perception check because there's an earth elemental lumbering towards you.
You can walk through stone, but can you fly?
Natural
Okay.
19 for a total of 21.
Yes, you see a headless Tierden.
Okay, I have to pull up a different spell that I... give me a second. How...
Do you have a bonus action spell?
I'm not doing my spell yet, I guess, because you're right. I forgot I had used my action. Actually, I remember what I was gonna do. I would have bonus action Misty Stepped for my first distance, which is 30 feet. So can we retcon my movement since I had forgotten I had Misty Step? Because I know I was right here.
So you would be 5 feet back further because it'd been 30. So it's 5 feet less, but sure.
Right. So I would have gone to here. And then gone 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Technically, I could get to there with 35.
Okay.
Because I had done the angles weird earlier.
Okay.
Now I have an action. I'm going to roll to see if my spell works. Because I'm casting transmute rock. And I'm going to transmute rock to mud directly above the rock elemental and the 2 guards.
Oh, okay.
And it is a 40-foot cube. And if you cast this spell on a ceiling, the mud falls. Any creature under the mud makes a dex saving throw and takes 4d8 bludgeoning on a failed save. Or no, 4d8 on and then half on a save.
Okay.
But I have to. It's a 5th level spell. That's why I'm really bummed that I'm using it, but I need to.
It's a scroll.
No!
Is it a...
I've rolled 1 under both times.
Oof.
Okay.
Remember how that said the next scroll you use is gonna fail?
Lol.
There it is.
Okay.
Goodbye, 5th level spell scroll.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, is it my spellcasting modifier or my spell attack modifier?
It's
Because that changes
Arcana.
things. It's Arcana?
Yeah, it's a skill check.
Oh shit! Then both of those spells would have worked because I have a +7 to Arcana.
Okay. Yeah. Then it
So
works
yeah,
then.
my spell did work. Sweet.
Kill
48. I was doing +5 because I thought it was just my
Okay.
int.
So
8.
dex save versus your spell. So
Awful fucking 48.
they all fail.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Fucking
And it
the
is
highest,
a
even with advantage, was only
40-foot cube, so it's huge. We're talking like there. If someone wants to draw this square for me real quick,
I can do that.
because this is now all rough terrain.
So while he's doing that,
'Kay,
I
it's
just
drawn.
realized something. Dearden can't move his neck, so he's always had really stiff, like, turning around and stuff.
It's true.
So I just realized that. It's not that I forgot to tell you, I just realized that. So
That's fine.
from now on.
Okay. So that area is all difficult terrain now as mud comes down on top of them and it deals 14 damage to each.
Yes, which is a very sad amount of damage, all things considered, but I'll take it.
I would have said, it's an old injury, if anyone asked.
How old?
Pretty old.
Let's see.
Kind of permanent.
Actually, it doesn't say that the area becomes, but it does say the ground. Like, if I cast it on the ceiling, or if I cast it on the ground, it becomes rough terrain. Presumably, dumping basically 40 cubic feet of mud should become rough terrain.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm.
they're also all restrained
Okay, for a turn.
for at least a turn.
Yeah.
They can use an action to end it by pulling themselves out. It takes an action to get out.
Okay.
Except probably for the Earth Elemental. He can probably just walk through it.
That's a good chance. Okay.
Okay, that was my spell.
Hey, boop. And he's gonna start moving. Tenzin, you just watch as a waterfall of mud just comes cascading down from the way you're running.
And Artie is screaming obscenities in a language you don't recognize. I'm assuming she knows some sort of Fey language. Even though, for some reason, my character doesn't get any, like, Sylvan or anything.
Honestly, I feel like I would too, but that's...
Anyway, she's screaming obscenities.
Okay.
This has turned into a shit show.
Yeah, this could be a
Yeah, no
TPK
kidding.
or a 3PK anyway.
Nah.
We're fine, guys. We're fine. It's fine.
I mean, I'll be fine because they
You'll
all
be-
think I'm dead.
I
I mean,
Artie
I
thinks-
am dead.
Actually, wait. I have to make an insight check. What's my insight?
I don't.
I
I'm
don't,
not
don't think I
moving.
can. Yeah, no. I can't even beat your deception check, so I'm not going to try. She thinks you're dead.
Okay.
Mostly
I'll
because
just move there.
He's only mostly dead.
Are you counting the
Uh,
difficult terrain?
No, I didn't know that was difficult terrain.
Yeah. That cube, that
is.
blue cube is all difficult terrain.
What, you can't run on air yet?
And I don't think you can make a 40-foot long jump.
So 3.
You can attempt a 40-foot long jump if you want.
I have the ring of jumping.
Oh shit!
Oh,
You can
shit.
do a fucking 40-foot long jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying you can.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
jump and use Dearden's body as a surfboard.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna run and jump and land next to Dearden. Right there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your athletics.
I mean,
My jump is tripled, and
I just need to
trying
see
to
how
heal his
far
head
we're
back on?
tripling.
it's true.
Heal
I
his back.
have a
Heal his
long
head
jump.
back on.
When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. And then that triples.
So what is triple your strength score?
45.
Oh, then you can jump 45
Okay.
feet.
Yeah.
And you jumped exactly 45 feet. Perfect.
That's an
There we
epic
go.
jump.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
so
fun.
cool looking in my mind. In fact, I'm gonna
That's
make a
an
wisdom
action.
save right now. Okay.
Hold
I
on.
don't think you could see it
I
depending on what direction
actually-
your head is pointed.
Let's see which direction your head's pointed.
Roll for head facing direction.
Your head is facing that direction.
This way? Oh, okay. So
You
I
didn't see it.
gotcha. I mean, technically, I could also be looking straight up or straight down.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
Straight
god.
down would be an awkward one.
Your nose would not let you look straight down.
Yeah.
No, I would be like propped up, like.
Oh.
But it'd be unlikely I could land like that. But it's also a flexible material, so maybe not.
So,
I can't heal.
unless you punch something. Right?
You're
Yeah,
just
but
like-
I don't have the movement to punch anybody.
You're just like putting your hand on my like dead body and waving the orc to come over so you can punch him.
I mean, if
Excuse
you,
me,
well,
sir.
No, because the thing is, I can't even take the attack action because I had to use jump.
Is that an action?
Oh, you
Because
had to- you
jumping
had to
is normally
dash,
part
right?
of movement.
You had to
Yeah,
dash.
Oh.
So.
Jump is one action.
What?
Mm,
Jumping is
because of
Jumping?
the ring, or because
The
jumping is
spell?
just part of your movement. Oh, you have to,
I had to
you
cast
it.
jump.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have only jumped 15 feet.
And
Yeah,
landed
that
waist
wouldn't have worked
deep
so
in
well.
mud.
Pathetic.
No, you just would have monk hopped over the elemental and then the orc.
Yeah.
They're also
So-
covered in mud.
Oh dear.
I will
And-
bonus action. Yeah, I'll bonus action patient defense. And stand here in front of Dearden's body.
Okay. You said they have to make a strength check to pull themselves out?
No, it's just an action to pull themselves out.
Okay. So you watch as the one.
But it's still terrain.
Yeah, you see a hand pop up and grab the statue and begin to pull himself up out as he slides up out of the mud. This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay, Dearden, it is now your turn.
I don't do anything. Actually, I hold my action, and I'll DM you what I'm holding my action to do.
His turn. You'll see the other one begin to like slump up out of the mud and climb up. This is this guy up here. He's gonna be coming down here. The elemental is going to. You all of a sudden watch as the elemental just rises up and begins to move down the hallway towards you guys.
Yeah, I figured.
We'll see there.
Also, DJ, what you'd be seeing right now is like where my little hood part came off. You just see like a smooth alabaster like upper torso from shoulder to shoulder, no neck whatsoever.
Oh, I figured there was cloth between where your head and neck would
Well,
be
yeah, you can. There's black cloth, but you can see.
into the shirt, basically.
Yeah, you can see into the shirt, and it's smooth. There's no neck, and my skin is like alabaster white.
Okay. Noted.
You haven't got
Like
any sun.
it's like you just found a headless mannequin.
Guys, there's a headless mannequin over here. What a steal.
Yeah, no, I just cast like a what's the thing where you swap your body with the place of like a log of wood or something?
Ah,
Yeah.
body no jutsu.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but that idea.
Nico.
Anyway,
It's substitution, I believe.
That's the
yes, good job.
It's my turn. How tall is this thing?
He's
Good
large,
nerdjutsu.
so
So
you're
he's
gonna.
gonna get an attack if I go past.
Yes, he will get an
Alright, well,
attack if you
I
go past.
don't really have a choice. 30, 60,
Okay. Where is my elemental? Not that one. This one.
because I'm a rogue.
I feel like I can't be the first person who's thought of that.
He misses.
He's too
This is-
distracted by the tiny little glowing bug yelling obscenities.
This is
I
the most
basically look like a little
glorious
bug.
train wreck of a combat I've ever been a part of.
As I'm flying past and I notice that Dearden's head is across the room, I will telepathically say to Tenzin, like, let's go. He's clearly dead. Again? Like, as a like little thing at the end of it.
Question mark?
You would also see like silver, like white strands coming out of the hood over here.
See, I feel like it would have specifically
Like
been
hair?
designed that if it was detached, you still wouldn't see anything. That's how Artie had planned on designing it, but if it's your
No.
item, you can have it however you want.
Yeah, this is how I'd want it.
That's fine.
Gotta breathe somewhere.
Yeah, I hear you say that in my head, and my stance doesn't change.
Okay. Are y'all done, Nico?
That was everything.
This guy is gonna make a strength save.
That'll do
He
it.
breaks free of Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Alright, I am no longer concentrating on it then. Well, I mean, it's technically, it could still be there, but I can't do anything with it.
Yep. And then he's going to begin moving.
I feel that break, and I know that it's coming up behind us,
Yep.
so.
Okay, it's your turn.
Fuck you! Which she's just gonna fly right past.
'Kay.
Actually, she's gonna fly to the opposite end of him, and she can move through small spaces, so she has no problem with that.
Yep.
So that is how far?
He already
20.
reacted anyway.
But he already reacted, so.
20. Yeah. Well, she's gonna thunderclap before she leaves. She's basically gonna bounce on his head, thunderclap. Or actually,
That's
DM,
beautiful.
I can fit into tiny spaces. How well connected are this guy's pieces? Because if I can get inside of him and then thunderclap,
You
can I roll for it?
We're getting into Cartoonville with a move like that.
We've been in Cartoonville.
I know.
all
We've
night.
Right?
been
We're in
living
Cartoonville.
This
Can I
is
can I please continue the
no
Cartoonville?
longer
roll a
D&D.
D100.
Uh-huh. 35?
There is a gap under his head that you
I will
think
get-
you could.
Can I get between his head and his neck? Can I please try and decapitate him
You're-
like he decapitated my buddy?
You're pretty
Oh my
close. You're pretty
I am gonna-
close.
Oh my!
I am gonna get right there and I'm gonna decapitate this motherfucker. It's
I
still
sure
he
hope
still
the
gets to
recording's
do.
working tonight because this is an amazing session.
I mean,
This
he
is
still
crazy.
gets to do a con save, but because he's a rock elemental, I think he has. I don't remember if they have disadvantage to this kind of thing, but it is still thunder damage. So, strength or a con save plays. He's a rock. I don't think he's gonna have too much of a con. Oh my god!
That's 2 in a row.
Uh-huh.
That deals. Can
Well,
we say
I
2
think for that
6
character.
because he failed?
Yeah, we'll let it do extra.
Yay! Okay. Well.
That
fine.
moment. That moment happens so many times. It's like
So-
you crit and the extra dice is just 1.
Oh, 1.
Yeah. So,
It's awful.
you watch as you dip under his head and like get into this little like almost cave thing right in his neck, and you release the thunderclap. All of a sudden, there's light around you
Oh.
as his head is now projectiled up into the ceiling. He's still moving. The piece of rock that was formed his head is no longer there, though.
You know what? I am going to continue writing inside of this thing. Will you please put me on the upper layer? Here, I'll move myself so you can upper layer me.
That was wrong.
Oh!
That was
Control
wrong.
Z! Control Z! And it
Just-
put him back on the initiative.
know.
That's good.
I'm just imagining you sitting on his head and riding him like a mech pilot right now.
That's basically what she's doing.
But one that's
She-
not really in your control yet.
Well, that's the thing is she wants to get inside this thing and keep using Thunderclap over and over and over again.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm literally just going to destroy this thing from the inside out at
Okay.
this
How
point.
many of those do you have?
It's a cantrip, Thunderclap.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And
So it's not a scroll?
no, that is I have my magic basically it's a wand,
Oh yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
my
Okay.
my all-purpose tool.
Yeah.
I basically have a Swiss Army knife that I'm stabbing him with that keeps electrocuting him with thunder damage, or keeps like doing thunder damage to him. It's great.
It's it's a sonic screwdriver is what you're
Yes,
talking
I have a sonic screwdriver, guys.
Since
I
you
hope
are
all-
remaining there,
Yes, I am actually going to try and hunker down and get as much full cover inside of this thing.
okay.
And I would like to I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna kill this thing because as far as she knows, it killed Dearden.
Okay. Tenzin.
Sorry, I was chewing.
That moment when you're in the middle of a huge bite and they're like, all right, it's your turn to best man speech. And you're like,
How much of that 15 feet is
Rough terrain.
like, yeah, rough terrain? Like, how much of that first 15?
Oh, that's a good question. We should move that blue thing actually onto like the squares.
Is it offset?
It's ever so slightly.
On the map pictures, but not the actual
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
lineup.
It's like in the middle of the cubes because that's where
Yeah,
the,
it's like a
the
quarter of a
measurement is.
or a half a square over.
Yeah.
there we are.
So it would be Yeah.
So we're literally on the edge of it.
Okay. So to get there is 30.
Yes.
to get back would be 60. This sucks. There's nothing. Hold on. Perfect. I got it. I'm going to throw a dart at this guy.
He's restrained. You have advantage.
It's a 10. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm going to then from there move and grab Dearden's head.
Okay.
Okay.
As you
So
pick up
Run
his head,
back.
as you pick up his head, Dearden's action that he was holding happens.
Magenta flames just spout out of the bottom of my hood. They don't burn you, but
I literally out loud say this is fine, and I run back.
boo.
Oh, that's not where I meant to be.
I say boo out loud.
Grab his head, come back. Oh, you say that?
Dearden says boo.
And then I say, are you not hurt?
Oh no, I'm really hurt. This hurt really, really bad.
So I put his head back on,
Like,
and give him a
so you see, there's a bunch of clasps on the rim of the hood.
Just
So
perfect
you
little
just-
snaps.
Little snap button clasps, like little froggy things. I think they're called frog.
So yeah,
frog
I'll
froggies.
do those clasps really quick. Honestly, I'm just gonna do one of them. I don't have time.
How about one on either end? Give him 2 at least.
Just one. Slap his head on. Give him a.
And it's backwards.
So I'm going to. This is tough. I took the attack action. I'm going to flurry of blows with a key point and use my hand of healing.
By the way, Bruno, I loved your pun. It was humorous.
Thank
He
you.
gets 7, and I hope his head is decently attached.
That takes me to double digits.
Yay!
And then I will.
Actually, no. Dan, can I as a reaction just grab my head from him?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
That works.
So much better.
I'm gonna football my head out of this place.
Okay, hold on.
Best part about this,
15,
Artie is hunkered down inside of an elemental and doesn't know
30.
that he's okay.
Oh my god, can we play football with my head on the way out of here?
I mean, you're already taking damage.
It's fine. I'm back in the double digits now.
Yeah.
I'm
And then I'll
fine.
run up
Having
to that
exactly
guy.
10 health. Am I right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Run up to that guy and use my last unarmed strike with flurry of blows. I have advantage, right?
Yes,
Yes,
because
he is restrained.
he's still climbing out of the mud.
7 damage to that guy.
I'm sorry. I hope you guys are enjoying this half as much as I am.
It's
Oh, this
chaos.
is great. This is what should happen when you guys run into an area that is way higher level than you should be.
Yeah, you should lose your head.
Let me know as soon as you post this to YouTube because I need to share this episode.
Yes. That being said, hi Saturday crew. You better be watching this or I'll be sad.
That's
Except I
right.
will
I
never
know,
know.
Kova, that you're laughing your ass
Saturday.
off. Our Saturday game.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah,
in the
what is
park.
Saturday?
Oh,
Anyway,
Anyways, I punched that guy for 7 damage, and that is my turn.
this guy is going to spend his movement to get over here out of the mud because he doesn't realize everybody is on the other side already. Dearden, your head is now back with you.
yes, I don't have control of that token, but
I'll just delete the token.
okay. So I'm holding.
I need to back up a little bit. When you say something while I'm carrying your head, I think I drop you almost.
Okay.
Like
You fumble
monk
me a little
abilities,
bit.
like I don't drop you because I'm very
Yeah.
monastic.
You
but,
roll
like-
the natural 1, and then you roll the natural 20 to recover.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Natural 1 on the reaction to the scenario, nat 20 to recover from it.
I love the idea that you just catch me by my hair.
The beak. I grabbed you by the beak.
Perfect. Cool. Then you hand me off to me, and
Yeah.
I've just got my head like tucked under my arm like a fucking football. I think it would be under my right arm because I'm left-handed, but I'm not sure that's how that works.
Yep.
But yes, we'll say that's the case. And I'm literally just football running out of here with my dash action. Hello? Goodbye? Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello?
He's back.
Oh my gosh. Did you miss all that, Dan?
I heard it.
Oh, okay.
I think
We were wondering who disappeared.
Nico
Oh,
disappeared.
it's Joe?
Nico
Okay.
What's he doing?
died.
All right. And I get there, and that's my turn.
Okay. Hello?
You hear me?
Yes.
Yay,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Did you lose sound or something?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
It be like that sometimes.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh,
So you're
internet communications.
You're booking.
Yeah, I don't think I have a bonus action spell, but let me double check. Oh, absolutely. Fuck yes. It's too bad Tenzin's not right with me. I dimension door.
Is
I'm
that
sorry.
a bonus action?
Yeah. Purple poof portal is what I mean to do.
Isn't that Misty Step or?
Oh yeah, sorry, Misty Step. I don't have dimension door.
Yeah, I was like, Dimension Door is definitely an action.
Especially because you can take someone with you.
Yeah, so I do that for an extra 30 feet because I'm out the fuck. Yeah.
Getting TFO.
Yeah, GTFO. I'm in the middle of this big ol' arrow.
Okay.
Boop.
So you've gone around the corner, so they can't even see you anymore.
Yeah, I'm just footballing out of here. I told everyone I'm fleeing, so that's what I'm doing.
Okay. This
Argy
guy.
doesn't know you're alive yet.
This guy's gonna turn around and swing at you, Tenzin. One of them's gonna hit you.
He has
First.
disadvantage. Because he's restrained by the mud.
Oh, that's
Tenzin,
right.
since he wasn't in the mud when it fell, is not restrained.
Okay. Yeah.
So wait, what?
So he misses.
He doesn't
then.
hit me, or he does?
Yeah, he misses.
13 hit you.
No, does not. Okay.
Okay.
Good. I did not want that damage.
Okay. The Earth
Fighting-
Elemental, knowing that you are sitting on top of him, is going to hit himself.
Excellent. I am hunkered down and
Okay.
ready to do this.
18.
Gotta get the Pacific Rim out of here.
No, I have a 22 AC.
Yep.
Before cover. Technically, I believe he's damaging himself at this point.
Yes.
Don't Earth Elementals have siege damage? Do they deal extra damage to themselves?
To objects, not to creatures.
Well, he's an elemental. He can be an object too.
Don't objectify him.
Oh my god. Perfect use of the word objectify. Literal use. I love it. Beautiful. So, as far as you guys can tell, the rock elemental is beating himself up over Dearden's death. Keck.
Why? I killed someone with the gem.
Right?
I should be special to them. I've got the gem.
I need to see.
Look, guys, I stole this off of your friend's body. You must love me now, right?
Love me, love me.
Is Joe muted?
I can't hear him. If
I
he's
didn't hear him
talking.
say it was
Oh,
my
okay.
turn or anything.
No.
No, it's not.
He's just being quiet.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out exactly how far this guy can move.
So I get to rename so many spells now.
Because you have the Earth Gem.
Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna call Mold Earth
Um,
Grapeshift.
You guys hear a rumbling coming from this wall.
From which wall? Can you ping it again? Or I guess I need to zoom out probably. Can you ping it?
Can you see it?
I cannot sing it.
Is it? Oh, shit.
What letter?
Right there?
Can you see my ping?
Yes.
There it is. Wait.
Okay.
I saw
Where's
the pink one.
Mine's
where's the blue ping?
It's north of the mudslide. We'll
I
just
don't
say
see
that.
it either.
You're not
So
seeing
from over
Oh,
here?
here?
Oh, I know what's going on.
You're on the wrong layer.
That's what it was. Okay.
Okay.
Right there. You hear a rumbling.
Rumble, rumble.
Rumble, rumble. Okay. Nico, your turn.
I will.
Back.
What?
It's back.
From outer space.
Whatever that thing was, it's coming for us again.
Oh,
Oh, the other thing that was eating? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Say.
Oh, no.
Actually, how far away? Oh, you're too far. I will yell. Dearden's leaving. Let's get the hell out of here. And then he will sound very confused, having just seen his head on the ground. And then I will attack this guy since he is next to you.
I rolled an 8 perception. DM, just so you know.
Okay.
To hear me
I've
yell.
also been casting thunder. I'm also still screaming obscenities and thunderclapping on cooldown. So
Yeah.
I might have trouble hearing you.
You're like 70 feet away from me.
I know.
And yeah, there's thunderclaps going off, and
I'm guessing he's restrained, right? So 21.
Yeah.
Dan, is this guy restrained?
Yes.
21 hit?
Yes.
11.
Uh, 11.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. He is still up.
Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to try to finish him off. Or not, because I keep rolling once.
Get out of here.
You
And
still
then-
have advantage because he's still
Oh, right,
Mhm.
21. Never mind.
Yeah, that'll
in
hit.
the mud. It's like you rolled 2 ones?
6.
He dies.
Yay.
And then I will keep moving.
Then you're gonna move.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Gonna come around the corner. Let's see here. Okay. So you're yelling, so you're not being stealthy. So he knows
No.
you are there.
No, I yelled it.
Yeah.
Oh, for me being hiding inside the elemental? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am hiding for physical cover, but I'm not
Okay.
being stealthy.
Okay.
I have a feeling this guy, the caster, is going to be able to waken up the gargoyles, the giant things.
He's actually
Maybe.
going to cast Shatter on the Earth Elemental space to hit you.
Okay.
So 10.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that.
So it's a Dex save. No Constitution save. Okay.
Con save. Natural 17 plus 4 is 21.
Okay, you
Nice.
save, so you take half damage, so 5.
5 damage.
'Kay.
How much did the Earth Elemental take?
He took a lot.
I figured he would.
He's looking a little rough. He's still a little over half health, though. Okay. Then it's your turn, Artie.
Excellent! I'm gonna thunderclap a motherfucker. I need him to make a Constitution saving throw. Oops. That my change didn't go through.
I think he saves.
I think he might.
It's a cantrip, so it doesn't do half damage.
No, but it still makes loud noise.
Yep.
And she is going to try and dig herself even deeper in there. That's her turn. She is hunkering down as hard as she can.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. This guy's turn. Tenzin.
I'm going to book it out of the room. I have 50 feet of movement speed. Is that 5 feet? So I can only go 40. There. 90. There. Let me see what else I have in my inventory that may be able to help me. Yeah, I literally have nothing else. So that's my turn.
Sometimes it be like that.
Okay.
Key points, man. Using them is painful.
He's gonna move
You'll love it
forward,
later.
trying to figure out what to do with this earth elemental that now has a fairy inside it.
An exploding, rapidly exploding over and over again. Fairy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then that's the end of his turn. Dearden. Oh, whoa.
I'm gonna hold my movement and my action for when everyone gets over here.
Basically, so you're gonna keep moving when people arrive.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Artie
Okay.
since she's far back.
Why does it keep double clicking?
Oh, are you having that issue with other things too, or just this?
It's this and other things, but yeah.
Probably a
Right.
mouse.
It's
Yeah,
I think my
your
mouse is
contact on your
dying.
mouse is probably wearing out.
Oh, it's like 10 years old, so yes.
Yeah,
10 years old. God,
I
why
have
did
one
that?
that's like 1 year old that's already doing that, so I'm pretty happy about it.
I've
Okay.
never had a mouse last that long.
Oh, this thing this was the mouse I got with my first computer ever.
My Naga Hex lasted
Like
forever.
Fisher Price mouse.
No.
Logitech MX Master. I
It's-
promise it will change your life.
It's a Logitech
But is it an MX Master?
I wish they still made the Hex. I love that one.
M570. It's the trackball mouse.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow! So you have to
Yeah.
like open it up and clean it out. Then
Yeah.
holy shit!
Daniel, it's time.
I didn't know
Oh.
those even existed anymore.
It's
like
it's
anywhere.
the one that has like the thumb ball that you roll.
Oh, okay, yeah. A laser mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, I can send a picture if you guys want.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about too. My mom used to have one.
I love them because I hate having to slide my hand around with the mouse.
Hmm.
I like it planted and I can just like roll
Yeah.
around with my thumb.
That's got to be crazy for like shooters and shit like that. Anyway,
Okay. It's the elemental's turn. He is not enjoying this, and he is not effectively hitting you, so he is going to start descending into the ground.
yep.
I mean, I figured it was gonna happen sooner or later.
So I need you to roll a dexterity save. Because you are inside of it.
Well, theoretically, where his head used to be.
Yes.
Is his head still stuck in the ceiling? Because that would be very funny. Dex save.
You gotta dig to the
13.
core.
13. Okay.
Mhm.
You managed to get out before he descends into the ground.
Okay.
So you're now floating basically at ground level when you realize that he's shifting. He's moving.
Okay.
You're now face to face with this guy across from you.
All
Is
right.
that like a deck save to avoid getting sandwiched into the ground by parts of the?
Yep.
That would have been messy.
That
Yep.
would
That was
have
an important deck save.
yes.
That was.
Yeah.
I mean, I only have an 8 strength, so it's like I could have gotten out. It would have been no big deal, right? Totally. Yep.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, you would have been once it had fully moved past where you could no longer, you would have been shunted out and taken a whole bunch of force damage.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is the end of the elemental's turn. Oh,
Oh, you're saying it actually would have pulled her underground.
it would have started to pull her underground if she could not have gotten out. But her deck save allowed her to get out. And then once he had fully submerged, she would have been shunted out because she cannot pass through the stone.
Like a highly pressurized object.
Yes. Like those spells that say you can pass through an object, but if you end your turn there, you get shunted out and take a whole bunch of force damage.
Also, this section of the room, because of the 2 star things, totally looks like a weird little alien animal.
Okay.
I like it.
Oh, I see it now.
It's like a
It's like-
spore creature almost, like one
Yeah.
of the amoeba spore creatures.
Okay. All of a sudden, the mud erupts as a
A bullet.
bullet with
Holy
a
shit! We went into really the wrong place.
with
Sorry,
a
go on.
rider on it bursts out of the ground.
Oh
But
shit!
it's fine, guys. We can take.
This is
I'm
Don't-
fine.
Don't.
Does he
stop
go
talking.
choo choo? This is the bullet train.
Wow.
If
I
he
don't know who
doesn't,
fed you pun juice tonight, but
if
it
he
wasn't
does,
me.
I'm gonna dive into that mud.
I would say if he doesn't, I'm quitting this campaign right now.
Okay. He does not see anything. He just sees the mud everywhere, and he sees the guards down the hallway. So that is what is going on. Okay. Yeah. Nico, it's your turn.
Alright, using my turn to move.
Okay.
As far as I can. Well, I'll get to like where they're waiting and kind of wait with them.
Okay.
And I will stealth over here. I will hide once I'm out of view. So
Sounds good.
Jesus, this was such a bad idea.
I
Just
kinda
coming in here was a bad idea, but fighting was a really bad idea.
Yeah.
But all of us were down, so
Artie was like, I wanna fucking blow these guys up.
Dearden was right with you. He just didn't want to make that decision for everyone.
I know.
Artie, make a dex save.
Why? Am I being kicked?
He's throwing acid at you,
12.
so you get hit.
Who's throwing acid at me?
The guy back here.
Oh shit! What just happened?
A d6 of acid damage.
And
He
not it.
is 2d6 actually.
Is he 5th level? How dare he be higher level than us? Kill him.
We went into a bad place
7 acid
that
damage.
we were not prepared
Oh,
for.
we're in a bad place.
Oh, I know.
This is bad.
Now we're good.
Bad.
Okay. Artie, it's your turn.
Okay. She's gonna take a big, deep breath, hold her breath, actively choosing to hold her breath, and use Dust of Sneezing and Choking. Basically, I'm gonna smoke bomb my way out of here. When you use an action to throw this dust in the air, you and creatures that need to breathe within 30 feet of you, I'm actively holding my breath.
Mhm.
Can I please not have to make a save since I know what I'm doing? I know what this object is. I should clarify. This powder is supposed to be misidentified as a dust of disappearance, but the identify. Oh, but like I knew this was dust of sneezing and coughing, right?
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, so I know what it's about to happen, but they don't. So they need to save a DC 15 con save. Both of them. Everyone within 30 feet of me.
Wow, they are rolling shit on their save sign.
Except for the Myrmidon, who is full covered.
Oh yeah.
I assume that's a Myrmidon.
It's the picture for a Myrmidon.
Okay.
It's not.
Now,
I don't know their stats anyway, so.
I'm going to then use my movement speed to go to here.
So what happens with it?
Oh. Let me pull it up again. A creature affected this way is incapacitated and suffocating as long as it is conscious. A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
And
So now it's
15 was the save?
15 is the saving throw.
Okay. So
And I'm actually
the caster is incapacitated. The guy in front of you is not.
Excellent. Does that mean he's laying on the ground?
No.
He's just incapacitated?
This guy has collapsed to his knees. The guy in front of you is not.
Okay.
He's still standing.
The caster, does it count as prone in regards to ranged attacks?
I'll say no.
Okay. Then I am going to actually move my 35.
Okay. Which will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Wait! I remembered. Never mind. I have to... Yeah, that's fine. He can try and swing at me.
Okay. And is it your action to use the dust?
Yes.
Okay. So he misses.
Sweet. And I am back up hugging the ceiling again.
Okay. You're flying up.
Yeah. That is actually, there's a 40-foot hole up here. I'm going to be as high up as you will let me be.
Okay.
Going basically as high up and over. In fact, I will sacrifice over distance and actually just be here. And can I just be 40 foot up if I'm right here?
Sure.
Okay. By the way, the green bar is my height.
Okay.
So I'm 40 feet in the air right
What I'm
now.
holding my action to do.
Okay.
And I can't get further than this for now.
Okay.
So that's my turn.
Tenzin.
That's what I'm holding for.
I'm out of key points. Can I... I think I'll just, like, hold my turn. And my turn will just be a dash action. Once Artie gets, like, closer to us.
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
Okay. Then we're on to Dearden.
I think Artie, with the point that she made, I would probably use it if that's allowed.
Yeah, you could go ahead.
Okay. So I
As long as you
create.
leave a gap, yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. I wish I could be. I wish Tenzin was further forward. I cast Wall of Stone, and I use the option to create 10 by 20 foot by 3 inches, basically rods of or little plates of stone that just corkscrew and shoot between these walls here, just like
You should draw what you're thinking.
yeah.
I think Yep. Cool.
It looks basically like a freaking like rock version of
Laser
like a
maze.
laser maze. Exactly.
I love it.
Hmm.
Cool. Okay. Anything else, bud?
Nope. And yes, I leave at least a few gaps that she could easily pass through. But not big enough for a medium-sized creature.
And when I say I'm 40 foot up, I want to clarify, I am not actually touching the ceiling. That would put me at like 70 feet up. I'm completely away from all of the rock.
Okay.
In the middle of
She's
the air.
done with rocks right now.
She's really done with rocks right now.
Okay. Okay, we're on to Nico now.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. That was my reaction. On my turn, I go full speed.
Oh, you're running?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 60 feet off the map.
Okay. Yeah, just move yourself to the edge.
Mhm.
Okay, Nico?
So if I see him moving, I will move as well. And try to just keep pace with him, like I can easily do it. While we're moving, I'm gonna be like telepathically like, you're gonna have to explain that later.
What the fuck?
Wait, is
But
it
not
to
right
me?
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like your head was off.
You hear a telepathic wink.
Okay.
You get a wink emoji just pop up in your mind.
It's a con save for the dust, right?
Yes. At the end of his turn.
Okay, cool. Okay. He is clear of it.
Good.
Hey, it's back to you now.
Sweet. I'm gonna go pew to there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And I am gonna shoot this motherfucker.
Which one? Him?
Yep. With my laser beams! I haven't used those yet today.
My laser beams.
So she flies over and she's still just screaming obscenities, but at least or instead of obscenities, she's screaming, "On my way!"
What's the range on their gauntlets?
9,300.
Okay.
With a 18 to hit, the caster guy.
Let me confirm. And that hits.
2d6 plus 5. He takes 12. Oops. 17 damage. I hit D instead of 5, but he takes 17 damage.
Freudian slip.
Damn.
Yes. And she's just gonna pew pew him.
Okay.
And that's her turn. She's moved and she's taken an action. I don't have any available bonus actions. That's my turn.
Okay.
I guess
Yes,
at this point, I would see that she's like
on the way.
ahead of them and like on the way, so I would then take my 50, running down the tunnel.
Okay. He's gonna be looking around for you, not knowing. I guess he would have seen the. Actually, he would have.
I mean,
seen
I just shot a lightning bolt at him.
Yeah, he would have seen.
I mean,
that.
it's not a subtle ability at this point.
Yeah.
Actually, it is my infiltrator armor.
Well, it's a lightning bolt across the
It's
room.
true.
Okay. He sees you, but he can't do anything, so he's gonna start moving.
He has half movement speed
Yep.
inside of the mud.
I halved it. Okay. Dearden, you're gonna keep going?
Yeah, like if there's no
Oh,
enemies in front of us, I'm not gonna keep like running. I don't want to get super far away, but yeah.
Okay. Yep. So, okay. And then this guy's gonna come this way.
I like there are still people who haven't joined the fight yet because of how fucking far away they were.
Yeah. You got people
This has
from
been
the...
a wild fight.
Mm-hmm.
I love that at this point, as long as I stay airborne, very few of them seem to have ranged abilities so far.
This guy is going to throw a spear at you.
At 65 range, I'm pretty sure
It's
that's
a disadvantage.
A 17
that'll
with
miss.
disadvantage is nuts.
That'll
No,
miss.
that's a miss. That's definitely a miss.
Oh, that is minimum damage too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have hit me.
That is a funny thing. That is 3 1s.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of... Actually, that's 4 1s, because both of them were minimum.
Okay.
Wild.
This guy is no longer... He's gonna move to the edge here.
You're one way away from a Yahtzee, sir.
He's gonna throw... How far are you?
Yahtzee.
I am 40 in the air plus distance over. Distance
40?
over is probably not a huge deal for him.
A
So...
squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Oops.
Clunk.
Spoken. It fell.
Lol.
Bring dishonor to your family.
Okay. We're gonna have another acid splash thrown at you.
How far is Acid Splash? Also, didn't he just take a turn?
The bullet did. The guy on the bullet threw the spear.
Oh. That makes more sense. Okay, he can try and Acid Splash me.
So I need a dex save from you.
Ashy splash.
Wait a minute. How far is Acid Splash?
It's 60 feet.
Between 40 feet over and 40 feet up, I am more than that distance away from him. The hypotenuse of a 40 and 40 is going to be more than 60. Triangle, I mean.
Okay. I guess he'll just keep moving then.
I'm sorry.
That's
I
fine.
wouldn't argue it, except I specifically went high so that they couldn't throw. Obviously, the rock elemental can throw shit at me, but I'm up in the air specifically to be out of range. But you can. Also, acid splash makes no sense, being splashing against gravity. That's all.
Hey, your turn.
Okay. She's gonna keep moving, obviously. And then turn around and zap him again. Which I know is super unfair, but at this point, that's all I can do. She's zapping the same guy.
Okay.
With a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
And this time I'm adding 5 instead of D. No. Is it 5 or 7? Now that I'm trying to remember. 5. 7 to hit. 14 damage to the caster.
Okay.
And that is the distance I have covered.
Cool.
This is a very slow run.
Yeah.
And now I am skirting right along the ceiling.
Okay. I'm just gonna pass you guys because you're all out of
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep moving.
I'm going to stop once I'm like another. I'll stop on my next turn because I don't want to keep going without Artie.
Okay. There's gonna be another spear thrown at you, Artie.
Okay.
That'll miss.
That will miss.
Nico. Oh, yep. The caster's turn. Okay. What can he do? Yeah, there's nothing else he can do, so it's back to you, Artie.
I'm gonna shoot him and then run again. So
Okay.
same thing. Oh, natural 1 to hit. Oh well. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is this right about where the walls start?
Yeah, right about there.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak into one of the walls.
'Kay.
As my last 5 feet of movement.
Cool. Okay. That's basically at that point you are free of them.
Yay!
They can continue to chase you, so
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want her to pop back out next turn and shoot this guy again because he needs to fucking die. So
Sorry, joke.
if they're not gonna chase, she is gonna peek her head out. And
they
put
are
Hawk
still
on it.
coming after you. It's just
Oh,
like at
okay.
this point they have to go through the wall of stone.
Yeah.
There's a couple of
I-
them that can get through easy, but the rest.
Yeah. Can I take like maybe 2 more pop shots or at least one more pop shot?
Go ahead and make one more shot.
10. It
Okay,
missed.
that'll miss.
And then I leave.
Okay.
Pew, 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 pew. I don't know exactly how the walls work, but I'm small enough. Hi, guys! Bearden! You
Oh,
look
good.
better! You lost your head
Yeah.
there for a second, so I made the big rock guy lose his head
Yep.
in recompense.
Oh, nope. I'm down here. Eyes are down here.
Sorry. Hi. I'm so used to being up there. Alright, come on! She was absolutely forgetting that you were holding your head under your arm.
I had a feeling. Plus, I just wanted to use that joke.
Nope,
Okay.
I'm down here.
So you guys
Yay.
are now back in the mines. And I think some of you have to work in the morning.
Yeah, I have to work in the morning. Is it... Between all of us, I think we have enough speed to just run the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Can we just say that we leave and get back to the cart?
Yes, we can say you guys get back to the
That's
cart.
two.
And next
'Kay.
session we will start with your guys' travel back to town, and that will figure out how
Oh, okay.
our
I'll have to resummon Horsey.
I've got plenty of
Do that next
residuum
session.
for you.
I have the materials.
Oh, good.
But thanks.
so.
I don't want to use residuum on this. I
but
have the actual map.
yes. Okay.
I mean, it's just in case.
Have a
Yeah.
good night, YouTube. Thanks for
Yay,
watching
good night,
Thank
this
you,
YouTube.
YouTube. I
show
hope
of
you
a combat.
enjoyed the fuck out of this session because I know I did.
I did. So good.